A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
Feeling low,
Feeling tense.
these 8 words are common sense.
Smoke a Lucky,
To be your level best.
smoke a Lucky.
To be your level best.
Your level best. That's just how you'll feel when you light up a Lucky. You see, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best. It's important to know that fine tobacco can do this for you. And LSMFT, LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, smooth, mild, thoroughly enjoyable tobacco. So next time you buy cigarettes, remember, Lucky's fine tobacco puts you on the lucky level where you feel and do your level best, where things seem right and are right because you feel right. Yes, smoke a Lucky to feel your level best.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, for years, millions of people have heard Jack Benny on the radio. Last Tuesday night, our star made his debut on television here on the West Coast, and the reaction to Jack's first television appearance was electrifying. One man prominent in the entertainment world is Mr. Bertram Scott, who said,
I think Jack Benny going on television is going to be a wonderful thing for our industry.
and what is your occupation?
I'm a theater manager.
Thank you, Bertram Scott. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we bring you Jack Benny.
Thank you, Bob. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And, Don, without trying to sound hammy, I want to say that my first show was a success.
I know it was, Jack. It was wonderful.
Did you see it?
Oh, yes, Jack. I invited 25 guests over to watch you on my television set, and I thought you were terrific.
Well, thank you. What did all your guests think of the program?
They didn't see it. They were sitting behind me.
Oh.
Say, Jack, I bought a television set just so I could see your show last Tuesday.
Oh, that's nice, Mary. How'd you like it?
Well, I don't think they got it installed right. I kept getting 3 stations at the same time.
Well, gee, didn't you see me at all?
Yes, but all night long you kept fighting with Hopalong Cassidy to see who would marry Gorgeous George.
Oh, I get it. Wrestling. See, that's a shame, Mary. And everybody was so good on that show.
Oh, Jack, there was one thing I noticed on that show. You looked so much taller than usual.
Well, actually, I was a little taller, Don.
Oh, were you wearing elevator shoes?
No, he was so busy he couldn't get to the bank to make a deposit.
Make a deposit. Some joke.
You know, Mr. Benny, my whole family watched you on television Tuesday night.
Oh, did they, Dennis? What did they think of it?
Well, my mother said if you're really 39, our television set has a wrinkled screen.
Your mother, she doesn't know anything.
That's a fine way to talk about a poor woman who's in the hospital with 72 stitches in her hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dennis. That's a shame. How'd your mother happen to cut her hand?
When you came on, she took a swing at the screen.
Certainly glad I went out. Well, look, Dennis, I don't care what your mother thinks. Everybody else
Hey, look,
thought...
Jackson, don't let them kid you. I saw you on television. You're pretty good. Pretty good.
Thanks, Bill. By the way, how did you like the ending when I played my violin?
I didn't see that part. Just you picked up your fiddle, the bartender turned off the set.
Oh, so you were in a bar?
No, it was Tuesday. That's the night the bartender comes to my house.
Oh, fine. Phil, I never saw a guy like you. If it isn't drinking, it's pool. If it isn't pool, it's horse racing. If it isn't horse racing...
Wait a minute, Dad. Don't blow your artificial top. You know, you went to the races yourself Saturday.
I know.
Oh,
Phil.
by the way, Jack, I meant to ask you, how'd you make out at Santa Anita?
Never mind, Don. Now, let's forget it. Let's get on with the
Now,
show.
for heaven's sake, Jack, are you still upset about losing?
Mary, I'm not upset, and I never was upset over losing.
Oh, you weren't, eh? Don, you should have seen the way Jack moped all the way home from Santa Anita.
Really, Mary, what happened?
Oh.
Well, Jack won on the sixth race, but he lost it all back and a little more in the last two. When the races were over, Jack, Dennis, and I were riding home in Jack's car. We rode for about 15 minutes in silence. Gee, it's fun going to the races once in a while.
Yeah, I had a wonderful time. How much did you lose, Mr. Benny?
Oh, only $4.75. It was nothing, really.
Well, Jack, I'm glad to see you taking it like a good sport.
Of course, Mary. What's $4.75? It's just the deposits on 237 Coca-Cola bottles. That's all. Yada-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dum. How'd you make out, Dennis?
I won $8.
Oh. You won, eh? Well, I only lost $4.75. Did you win, Mary?
No, I lost $12.
Good. I mean, that's too bad. That's too bad.
Jack, I think you really are mad because you lost.
Don't be silly, Mary. It doesn't bother me at all. You know how I feel about money. Hey, you know, easy come, easy go. Now, let's forget it. Yada-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dum. Rochester, did you lose much?
No, boss, I won $29.
Look, Rochester, you have no business betting on the races because you can't afford to lose.
But, boss, I told you I won.
All right. Just watch your driving. That's what you're here for.
Look, Jack, if losing bothers you so much, we won't discuss the races anymore.
Mary, I had completely forgotten about losing that $4.75 till you brought it up. Now, let's change the subject. Yada-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dum. The only thing on my mind now is that I want to get home for dinner by 6 o'clock.
What time is it now?
4:75. Now, look, once and for all, let's forget about the whole thing. What was that?
The exhaust pipe dropped off the car.
Oh.
You know, Jack, Ronald Coleman was sure mad at you for touting him onto the wrong horse.
He wasn't mad, Mary. It was Benita who slugged me. Anyway, I tried to help him all I could. What was that?
The generator dropped off.
Oh.
For heaven's sake, first the exhaust pipe drops off, then the generator. I don't see how this car keeps going.
It's a Maxwell that's good to the last drop.
Yeah.
But you know, boss, I think this car needs a checkup. It ain't running so good.
Well, perhaps it could use some oil.
Why don't you give it some Sartan? It's old enough.
No, Rod, don't you remember we tried that once, and Maxwell spelled backwards means nothing, you know? Now, let's drive right on home and step on it, will you? That's better.
Gee, we sure must be going fast. The foxtail just flew off the radiator cap. Lucky I caught it.
That's not a foxtail, and put it back on my head. Yada-dee-da-dum. Oh, Rochester, there's a man standing there motioning for us to stop. Pull over to the curb.
Okay.
Yes?
Mister, do you know how to get to the public library?
No, I don't.
Well, you go back 2 blocks, turn left, and you can't miss it.
Thank you. Turn around, Rochester. What? I don't want to go to the library. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Come on, let's get going. Da-da-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum. See, I'm getting kind of thirsty.
Well, if you're thirsty, Jack, there's an orange juice stand right up ahead.
Oh, yeah, look at that sign. All the orange juice you can drink for 10 cents.
Rochester!
Don't look at me, Mr. Benny. Stepped on the brake.
Well, of course. I'm thirsty.
Say, Jack, isn't that Phil Harris over there?
Yeah. Hey, Phil!
Huh? Oh, hi, Livy. Hi, Jackson.
Hey, Phil, this is really a surprise, seeing you drink orange juice. How come?
Well, I've been living in California 15 years, and I thought it's about time I found out what the stuff tastes like.
Well, how do you like it, Phil?
For nothing proof, it ain't bad.
Well, you ought to know.
Hey, Phil, how'd you make out at the races today?
Great, kid. I won $90.
$190. $190. Big show off.
What's eating him? What's wrong with my winning $90?
I think it's a dirty trick. Puts Alice in a higher bracket.
Phil, Jack's upset because he lost $4.75. He even got mad at the horse.
I was not mad at the horse.
Then why did you shove your hand down his throat to get your lump of sugar back?
Oh, stop. Now, look, kids, I don't want to hear any more about my losing money. It isn't such a terrible thing.
Oh, Jack! Jack! Oh, hey, kid!
Oh, Jack, it's Don Wilson.
Oh, yes. Hey, Don. Hey, Don, what are you doing out this way?
Well, it's such a nice day, I thought I'd take the Sportsman Quartet out for a ride.
Take the quartet for a ride? Where's your car?
No car, piggyback.
Oh, yes. Yes, certainly. The tenor's sitting on the rumble seat. Hello, fellas. Say, Don, have you and the boys thought about a commercial for Sunday?
Well, no, we haven't, Jack, but we'll work on it as soon as we get home.
Well, say, Mr. Benny, since it's so close to St. Patrick's Day, I've got a song we can all sing.
Really? What is it, Dennis?
Clancy lowered the boom.
Oh, that'll be swell. All of us, huh? Oh, you start it off, Dennis. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, Clancy was a peaceful man, if you know what I mean. The cops picked up the pieces after Clancy left the scene. He never looked for trouble, that's a fact you can assume. But nevertheless, when trouble would press, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, the Clancy! Oh, the Clancy! Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom. Now, Mr. Benny's very good at telling jokes and such. In fact, he's good at everything except perhaps a touch. One day I asked to borrow 10, 'twas then I seal my doom. I reached for the cash, then quick as a flash, Benny lowered the boom. Oh, the Benny! Oh, the Benny! If ever you look in his pocketbook, Benny will lower the boom, 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 boom.
Now they can kid him all they please by saying that he's tight, but they should see him when he buys his dinner every night. He gives the girl $1, so you may think it's strange. Although the check is 95, he tells her to keep the change.
Oh, the Benny! Oh, the Benny! If ever he spends $1.50, we'll know we're in for a boom, 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 boom.
I went to Jackson Benny's house and walked right through the door.
Is that a fact?
And there at my feet $1 bill was lying on the floor. I looked around but couldn't see nobody in the room. So trusting my luck, I reached for the bucket and up one Lord of all.
Scratch at the middle of some poor fiddle and calls it love and boom, 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 boom.
Now, when you want a cigarette, Here's something I suggest.
What is it?
Why don't you light a lucky strike and feel your level bent?
Oh.
They're made of fine and like tobacco, that you will agree.
I will.
So listen to Jack and buy a pack of LSMFT.
We're sure to like a lucky strike. It'll chase away your gloom, 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 gloom.
Sure, and Clancy smokes them too, and that's why he's so round, so firm, and always feels his level best.
Shouldn't be golly, that was cute. Me old mother used to sing that to me all the time. Taka, I love those special lyrics. Now, come on, kids. Hey, kids, let's have some orange juice.
I gotta run along, Jackson. See you later.
Okay. Hey, Phil, wait a minute. Hey, Mary, watch me catch him this time. Oh, Phil.
Yeah, Jackson?
Do you know how to get to the public library?
Sure, you go back 2 blocks, turn left, and you can't miss it. I ran into the same guy.
Oh.
And next week I'm going up to High Sierras and Hunt Bear. Do you want to play some more?
No, go on home. Go on home. Well, we're getting close to home, kids, and I'm really tired. What's wrong?
I think we're running out of gas.
You think we're running out of gas? What does the gauge say?
Put something in the pot, boy.
Oh. Well, look, there's a gas station, so pull in. Rochester, honk the horn so the attendant...
Jack, look who it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, Mr. Gibson. Mr. Gibson, I didn't know you worked in the gas station.
Well, it belongs to my brother-in-law. I'm only helping out.
Ah. Oh. Do you like this type of work?
Sometimes you meet such silly people.
You do?
Yes, this morning a fellow drove in with a brand new Cadillac and he said, fill her up.
Uh-huh.
So I put in 582 gallons.
582 gallons?
Oh, I could have put in even more, but one window was open a little.
Mr. Kidler, you're joking.
Yeah. Oh, my. I'm not living.
I thought so. Mr. Kitzel, how about the gas?
It's going in now.
Good.
Oh, Mr. Bennett, while you're here, how is about that grease job? You know, I'll check your differential, your universal joints, spring shackles, wheel bearings, and your axle bolts.
Well, Mr. Kitzel, how did you learn so much about what's under a car?
From trying to cross Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh.
There, maybe it's better if I don't grease your car. I always have trouble with the hydraulic lift.
You do?
Yeah. First it lifts the car too high and I can't reach it.
Uh-huh.
So I push the button and then it goes too low and I almost break my back.
Uh-huh.
Then it goes too high. Then it goes too low. But I finally found a way to make it just right.
What do you do?
I like to look here to find my best level.
Well, that'll do it. Say, how much do I owe you for the gas, Mr. Kitzel?
$4.75.
Well, here you are. Come on, Rochester. We'll drop Miss Livingston and Dennis Day off and then get me home. I'm so tired I want to go to bed. Oh, it's nice being home. It'll feel good to get undressed. Gosh, what a relief to get this high-starch collar off. I only wore it one day. It almost drove me nuts. I wonder how Hoover stood it all these years. Well, off with my sweater. Off with my shirt. Gosh, when I tell people I used to be a lifeguard, they laugh at me. Just look at those muscles. Look at those muscles, how they bulge. Hard as rocks. I gotta stop wearing them in the shower. The buckles are getting rusty. I feel good to get my shoes off. Aren't the tracks sure tires you out? Burns me up the way everybody thinks I'm mad because I lost $4.75. $4.75. I'll make that up in no time. One guest appearance with Bob Hope, and I'm all set. Gee, it's good to get in bed. Yes, sir. Oh, gosh, I'm tired. What a day. There's nothing I like a good night's rest. Gosh, what a crowd at the track.
Oh, mister, would you like to buy a program?
A program? Yes. How much is it?
$4.75.
Oh, is that all? Here you are. Here's $1 tip.
Gee.
Is the next race about to start?
No, it don't start for 20 minutes yet.
What are the people cheering about?
They saw you give me that tip.
Oh. I gotta win today.
The horses are coming out on the track for the next race. Johnny Longden looks nervous on Autocrat. Eddie Arcaro looks anxious on Triplicate. Ralph Neves looks calm on Hedgewood. Jack Benny looks beautiful on television.
Yeah, I do, don't I? I gotta win today.
Hey, Bud. Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
What?
Who you betting on?
Hedgewood. What?
Bet on orange juice.
Orange juice?
Look at the odds. All you can drink for 10 cents.
Well, wait a minute. You're Mary Livingston. What are you trying to...
Just a minute, Bud. Leave her alone.
Who are you?
I'm her sister, Babe.
Oh, yes. You're prettier than your picture. Oh, look, there's Dennis. Dennis!
You're confused, old boy. I'm Ronald Coleman.
Well, if you're Ronald Coleman, where's your mustache?
Washington took it. Income tax, you know.
Oh, yes. I gotta win today. I know what I'll do. I'll go to the paddock and look at the horses. Here's the horse I'm going to bet on. Hello, horsey. You know, I bet a lot of money on you. Are you going to win today? Ooh, am I? horse, how come you can talk?
I can't. The horse next to me is a ventriloquist.
Wait a minute, that's an old joke.
I can't help it. The other horse is Fred Allen.
Oh.
The race is about to start. Make your bets.
My bet. I gotta make my bet. I gotta win $4.75. Oh, darn it, the window is closed. I'll rap on it. Open the window. What happened?
When you opened the window, the gasoline ran out.
What? Oh, here's the betting window. Mister, here's $10. Give me a ticket on library.
You got the wrong window. Go back 2 blocks and turn left.
Thank you.
There they go. Triplicate is in front. Autocrat is second. Library is third. And Don Wilson is fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Don Wilson?
Coming around the far turn, Library is first. Straddle is second. Phil Harris is bottled in, and he likes it.
Come on, library. Only 2 blocks more and turn to your left. Come on, library.
Now coming to the line of finish. Wait a minute. The finish line keeps moving ahead. The horses can't reach the finish line.
Come on, library.
The finish line is still moving away. It's moving away. It's passing through Anaheim, Azusa, and
Come on, library. Come on, run. You don't win, I'll lose $4.75. Come on, run. Run. Huh?
Boss, you must have been dreaming about horses.
How do you know?
You're riding the bedpost.
What?
Side saddle.
Gee, Rochester. I just had the most exciting dream. I won't be able to go back to sleep now. Get me some Ovaltine.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, boss, after you went to bed, a special delivery came for you.
Special delivery? What was it?
A refund from the Income Tax Bureau.
How much?
$4.75.
Good. Never mind the Ovaltine. I can sleep now. Good night, Rochester.
Good night, boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the American Red Cross is in the midst of one of its most important campaigns to continue helping our hospitalized veterans, to say nothing of its many other services to our communities. The Red Cross in action is America in action. So won't you please give generously to your Red Cross chapter. Give through the Red Cross, the heart of America. Thank you.
Jack, we'll be back in just a moment. But first...
Smoke-a-lucky
To be your level set.
Smoke-a-lucky
To be your level set.
Yes, friends, when you're feeling low, Lucky's Fine Tobacco picks you up. And when you're tense, Lucky's Fine Tobacco calms you down.
That's why it's so important that you select and smoke the cigarette of fine tobacco Lucky Strike. For as every smoker knows,
LSMFT, LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
No wonder more independent tobacco experts, auctioneers, buyers, and warehousemen smoke Lucky Strike regularly than the next 2 leading brands combined. Yes, Lucky's are the overwhelming choice of the men who really know tobacco.
So when you choose your cigarette, be sure to make it Lucky Strike and get on the right level, the lucky level, where you feel your best and do your best. Yes, next time you buy cigarettes, ask for a carton of Lucky Strike.
Feeling low.
Feeling tense.
These 8
Words are common sense.
Smoke-a-lucky
To be your level set.
Smoke-a-lucky
To be your level set.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be with you again next Sunday night at the same time, and we're going to have a special guest star.
Who's it going to be, Jack?
I'm not going to tell you, Mary, but I'll give you some clues. If he isn't tall and thin, he'll have red hair and freckles.
But, Jack, that's so confusing.
Well, Mary, next week for our guest, we're going to have either Van Johnson or Gary Cooper. Whichever one I can get cheaper. Good night, folks.
Be sure to hear Dennis Day in A Day in the Life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned in for the Amos and Andy Show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
Feeling low.
Feeling tense. These 8 words are common sense.
Smoke a Lucky.
To be your level best.
Smoke a Lucky.
To be your level best.
Your level best. That's just how you'll feel when you light up a Lucky. Because Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense. Put you on the right level to feel and do your level best. It's important to know that fine tobacco can do this for you. And LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And this fine Lucky Strike tobacco puts you on the right level, the lucky level, where things seem right and are right because you feel right. Yes, smoke a Lucky to feel your level best.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jack Benny Show holds its rehearsals on Saturday, so we'll take you back to yesterday in Studio B at CBS.
Well, kids, if everybody's here, let's start rehearsing.
Well, Jack, Mary isn't here yet, and neither's our guest star, Van Johnson.
Both late? Gee, that's funny. Dennis, what are you laughing at?
You said it was funny.
Dennis, when I said it was funny, I meant it was hard to believe.
That's right, kid. When Jackson says something's funny, it's hard to believe.
Phil, stop being on my side. Maybe Van Johnson got mixed up about the time. I hope he gets here.
Stop worrying, Dad. What do you need Van Johnson for when you got me? Me, the guy who's got so much charm, Paramount wants me to play opposite myself in a picture.
Yes, Phil, I know the picture. Kiss the scotch off my hand. Look who's comparing himself to Van Johnson.
You know, Jack, I don't want to brag, but I've had plenty of people compare me to him.
Don, the Van they were comparing you with... Need I go further? The van has furniture sticking out of it. But I can't understand... Oh, Rochester.
Yes, boss?
There's a phone out in the hall. Call Van Johnson's house and see if he's left for the studio.
Yes, sir. Have you got a nickel?
Oh, yes. Here, I'll get it out of my coin purse. Here you are, Rochester. Here's a nickel.
Look at that buffalo goat to break in.
Never mind. Now, here's Van Johnson's number. Go out in the hall and call him.
Yes, sir. Boss, the boss must be losing up. Having a great star like Van Johnson and using a payphone the same week. I wonder... Uh-oh, I dropped the nickel. Now, where'd it go? Doggone it, I can't see it anywhere. Well, the boss will get mad, but here goes. Oh, Mr. Benny.
Here it is, Rochester. It rolled back to me. Now go call Van Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Joe's Fish Market.
Joe's Fish Market? I'm sure I dialed the number Mr. Benny gave me.
Hello, Joe's Fish Market.
Is there a Van Johnson there?
In just a second, I'll find out. Hey, Clara, have we got a Van Johnson here?
Not unless he came in with that load this morning.
I'm sorry, mister, we ain't got no Van Johnson. Could you use a halibut?
Not unless he can read lines.
What?
Goodbye. Say, boss, the number you gave me isn't right.
It isn't? Well, okay. Never been late before.
Am I driving too fast for you, Van?
No, Mary, you're doing fine. Gee, Mary, it was nice of you to pick me up, and it's really a beautiful drive from Beverly Hills to the studio.
Well, I knew you'd enjoy the ride, so I took a little roundabout way.
I'm glad you did. I've never seen San Diego before.
Well, it won't be long now. We're back in Los Angeles.
Say, Mary, I thought you were in a hurry to get to the studio. Why do you keep driving around the same block?
Well, that building there is the May Company. I want the girls to see me.
You better stop, Mary. The light just turned red.
Okay.
You know, when you came by my house...
Pardon me, mister, but I can't get a cab. Would you give me a lift as far as... No. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, Sterling Holloway! What a stall. If she'd have gotten in here, I'd have punched her right in the nose. Say, Van, how do you happen to be a guest on Jack's program?
Well, he made such an attractive offer, I couldn't turn it down.
Jack made you an attractive offer?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
He said if I gave a good performance, he'd show me how to make nickels roll back to me.
But no kidding, Van. How much is he paying you to be his guest?
Well, as a matter of fact, I forgot to discuss money when I had lunch with him yesterday.
Lunch? Did you pick up the check?
No, he did.
You've been paid. Well, gee, I better drive faster. We'll be late for rehearsal.
Gosh, I can't understand what's keeping Mary and Van.
Oh, Jack, I've just been looking through this Radio Mirror magazine, and there's something in here very nice about you.
About me? Gee, that's swell, Don. What does it say?
It says, genial Don Wilson, who is loved by millions of people, was again selected as radio's #1 announcer.
Don, why'd you say that was about me?
If I hadn't, you wouldn't have listened to it.
What do you mean I wouldn't have listened to it? If I'm that kind of a guy, would I be going all the way to San Francisco to appear on the Newspaper Men's Frolics on next Saturday, March 26th, in the Civic Auditorium at 8 o'clock? If they don't pay my railroad fare after that, let them get Morty Amsterdam. Say, Phil, while we're waiting, why don't you run through your band number, and then we can...
Hello, Jack. We're here.
Well, hello, Mary. Hiya, Van.
Hello, Jack.
Yeah, I'm glad you finally got here. We just started to rehearse. Now, Van, I'd like you to meet our little group of thespians. This is Don Wilson.
Pleased to meet you, Don.
I'm certainly glad to meet you, Van.
Say, Jack, are those his chins, or is he chewing on a Venetian blind?
Those are his chins. And Van, this is my orchestra leader, Phil Harris.
Hello, Phil.
Hiya, Bub. What do you hear from the Hannah Rents Company? Phil, for your Van Johnson, huh?
Uh-huh.
Tell me something, John. What makes all them dames so crazy about you?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's just sort of a psychological phenomena.
I'm dead.
Phil, please. And Van, this is my vocalist, Dennis Day.
I'm glad to know you, Dennis.
Should I swoon, Mr. Benny?
No, Dennis, that's for girls. Just say hello.
Hello.
And now, Van, I want to tell you about...
Say, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Dennis.
My mother thinks you're wonderful in pictures.
Well, thank you.
Every time you smile, she breaks out in big red blotches.
Dennis.
When she saw you in Command Decision, she came home and burned her wedding dress.
That's enough, Dennis. And now, Van,
My father got so mad he threw her teeth in the Bendix.
Dennis.
Before we could stop the machine, she ate up her nightgown.
Boy, sit down. Now, Van, before we start rehearsing, would you mind stepping into my dressing room a minute? I want to discuss our financial arrangements.
Okay, Jack.
Phil, while Van and I are gone, run through your number. Come on, Van. Well, Van, here we are in my dressing room.
Shall I sit down?
No. This will only take a second. Now, Van, when you make a guest appearance, how much do you usually get?
$5,000.
Sit down, Van. Van, I think $500 is a little too much.
I said 5,000.
That we're not going to discuss at all. But to show you I'm willing to compromise, what would you say to $350?
I'm sorry, Jack, but my price is $5,000.
$5,000? Who do you think you are, Sterling Holloway? Van, let me ask you something. Why in the world do you want $5,000?
Well, Jack, I got to think of the future.
The future?
Yeah, when I'm 60 years old, I don't want to have to tell people I'm 39 so I can keep a job.
Look, let's not drag Al Jolson into this. Now, Van, for the last time, what is your rock-bottom price?
$5,000.
Well, we'll just have to call it off, I guess. But I can understand your position, Van. After all, you are a big star, and all the girls are crazy about you. And...
You know, that's a mistaken idea, Jack. Everybody thinks that the girls are just nuts about me, and it isn't true at all.
It isn't?
No. Confidentially, Jack, most of the glamour girls in Hollywood won't even spit at me.
That's funny. They do at me. I mean, they seem to think I'm hot stuff.
Well, anyway, Jack,
What?
it's just as I told you. My being a lady killer is a fallacy. Girls don't go for me at all.
Well, on second thought, I can understand that, Van. You see, freckles are all right for a Huckleberry Finn, but you see, you've got too many.
Too many freckles?
Yes. Now, take my complexion. It's perfectly clear. And look at your eyes. I don't know, they have no expression.
They haven't?
No. Now, if you'll notice, my eyes sparkle.
Yes, they do.
And look at your hair.
My hair?
Yes. Now, take mine.
Thanks.
Put that back! Not so far over to one side. But that isn't all, Van. Girls go for me because I'm the outdoor type.
You? The outdoor type?
Yeah, I go hunting and fishing, and as a matter of fact, I just came back from a fishing trip on Lake Mead. I had a wonderful time. I don't know, there's nothing like the rugged life, too.
Oh, did you camp out in the open?
No, I stayed in Las Vegas at the Flamingo Hotel.
At the Flamingo, eh? Say, that's really a classy place.
You're not kidding. Yeah, I was only there a week, and $10 went like that. I didn't gamble much, but I enjoyed it,
Well, I can't understand it, Jack. I spent 3 days at the Flamingo, and it cost me over $100.
Well, you don't play a violin. See, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can pick up around the pool when people are having drinks, But, Van, getting back to your trouble with girls, maybe you've got the wrong approach. Maybe your technique isn't right. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. I've got a date tonight with a girlfriend. I'm going to take her to Ciro's. I'll call her up right now and tell her to bring a girlfriend for you. And then just watch the way I operate.
Well, Jack, I don't know. Are the girls pretty?
Van, leave it to me. I know how to pick them. And you'll have a great time. I'll tell the girls to meet us in front of Ciro's at 8 o'clock.
Hey, Gertrude.
What is it, Mabel?
Are you sure he's bringing Van Johnson for me?
Yeah, and you can have him. As far as I'm concerned, I just as soon go out with men like Jack Benny.
Why?
Well, when a man like Benny tries to kiss you and you tell him to stop and he stops, you don't feel so disappointed.
Ain't it the truth? Imagine them keeping us waiting here in front of Cyro's. I wish they'd get here already. I can't wait to see Van Johnson.
Johnson, Schmonson, I'm hungry.
Oh, now, Gertrude, you shouldn't talk that way.
Hey, Mabel. Mabel, here they come now. Right out of that parking lot.
Van, you shouldn't have paid for the parking.
Well, I thought someone should. We've been sitting in the lot since 4 o'clock.
Oh, yes.
Jack, do you think these girls will keep the date with us?
Certainly. I told them to meet us right out in front of... Hey, there they are now.
Where?
Right there. See those two?
Van, come back here!
Van, what's the matter with you?
I wouldn't go into Ciro's with them.
Why not?
One of them is old enough to be my mother.
Which one?
The one that looks like my father.
Oh, Van, look at Van. That's my girl. You've got the cute short one.
Oh, you mean the short one with the red dress? She hasn't got a bad shape.
That's the fire plug. The girls are over there sitting on the curb. Now, come on.
Okay.
Hello, Gertrude. Mabel.
Hello, Blue Eyes.
Everybody calls me that, Van. I'd like to have you girls meet Van Johnson.
Hello, girls.
Gee, you're cute.
Gertrude, he's mine. You've got Diamond Jim.
All right. Now, come on. We'll go inside. Now, Van, as soon as we get in...
Jack, let's call this thing off. I don't want to go into Ciro's with those two dames.
But, Van, these girls are all right. In case anybody picks a fight with us, the tall one can whip her weight in wild card. Come on, Van. Van, why are you taking my arm?
I want to walk in with you.
Fine. Well, here we are. Oh, girls, you want to check your coat?
Nah, we'll shove them under the chairs.
Good. Then we won't have to wait in line when we leave. Good evening. Good evening. Captain, we'd like a table for 4. Have you a reservation?
Reservation? What do you think we are, Indians?
Van. Oh, Van, they're so funny, you know. They're regular Abbott and Costello, you know.
They look like him, too.
Oh, I don't know. Say, Bud.
Yeah?
I'm talking to the captain. Captain, we don't have a reservation, but give us any table for 4, will you?
Yes, sir. Follow me.
Here you are. Thank you, Captain. May we have menus, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, let me see.
Hey, Gertrude, get a load of these prices.
Yeah, and these fancy dishes. What's fishy swashy?
Gertrude, that's a cold soup.
Oh, good. Then I won't have to blow on it.
Gertrude, please. Van, would you like a drink?
The quicker, the better.
What?
But don't let me drink too much. I don't want to see 4 of them.
Okay. Captain, bring us 4 martinis, and then we'll order the food.
Yes, sir.
Say, they have a nice orchestra here. Oh, Gertrude, would you like to dance?
Yeah. Wait till I put my shoes back on.
All right.
Hey, Van, how about you and me?
No, thanks. I'm not a very good dancer.
Don't worry, I'll lead you. Come on, don't be a schmo.
Well, all right.
Say, Gertrude, you're really a swell dancer. I love to dance with you. Gertrude, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming.
Oh. I'll give you a penny for your thoughts.
No, thanks. It'll only roll back to you.
No, that only works with nickels. You know?
you're terrific, Van, and you said you couldn't dance. See, this is a beautiful song. Hey, Van, how about singing it to me, huh?
No, Mabel, I can't sing.
Oh, you do, too. I heard you in pictures. Come on, sing to me.
Oh, all right. You sigh, the song begins. You speak, and I hear violins. It's magic. The stars desert the skies and rush to nestle in your eyes. It's magic. Without a golden wand or mystic charm, fantastic things begin when I am in your arms.
When we walk down and when I sing to you, I'll bet I thrill you through and through.
It's tragic. Why do I tell myself these things that happen are all really true? When in my heart I know the magic is my love for you.
I enjoyed that dance, Gertrude. Now, let's sit down. Our drinks are on the table. Shall we order food now?
Yeah, I want to see what that fishy swazi looks like.
Van, what are you going to have?
I don't know. I'll think of something.
Say, Blue Eyes, have you got a cigarette?
Yes. Oh, darn it, I'm out of them. Have you got any, Van?
No, but I'll call the cigarette girl over. Oh, miss!
Hey, Van, they know it's you. All 4 cigarette girls are coming over. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Say, girls, do you know who this fella is? They know.
Oh, girls, I'd like to get some cigarettes for our lady friends, Ann Sheridan and Lana Turner.
Van, what made you say that?
2 martinis.
Yeah, they were strong, weren't they?
What are you guys mumbling about?
Nothing.
Girls, give us some cigarettes, please.
Yes, cigarettes.
Here's something we suggest to make you feel your level best. It's magic. Just light a lucky strike, for that's the one that you will like. It's magic. When you are feeling low or feeling tense, a lucky strike, the smoke for ladies and for gents. That's common sense.
You said it.
The cigarette that we prefer is LSMFT. It's lucky. How else can we explain? We've said it time and time again. It's lucky.
Oh, yes, it's lucky.
Why do we always say that they are better than all of the rest? 'Cause in our hearts we know they'll make you feel your level best.
Now, kids, let's order some food. Van, what are you going to have?
Nothing, Jack. I don't feel like eating.
Good. What are you going to have, Gertrude?
I want some fishy swazi and a salami sandwich.
Okay, what about you, Mabel?
Well, as long as I'm in Cyros, I'd like to try something different. Let me see now. I think I'll have this cabernet.
What?
It's right here on the menu, see? Cabernet.
That's T-bone. Oh, Captain, are you ready to order now? Yes, I'll have a Caesar salad. We want some vichyssoise, a salami sandwich, and a T-bone steak. We have no T-bones. Yes, you have. It's right here on the menu. See? That's Tebony.
Tebony? Yes, that's a rabbit baked with an oyster in its mouth. Oh. Well, I guess you were right, Mabel. Would you like that?
Sure, anything as long as it's dead.
Say, Van, would you like another drink?
Yeah, but I'd like something stronger this time.
Well, how about a zombie?
No, thanks. The two we brought with us are enough.
Well, then have another martini. Okay, waiter, you've got our orders.
And if you want a tip, you better shake a leg.
Gertrude, behave yourself.
Say, Van.
Yeah?
You sure are a card. You told me you couldn't dance, and you dance like Arthur Murray.
Look, Mabel.
You told me you couldn't sing, and you sing like Frank Sinatra.
Mabel, please.
You and me got to see more of each other. You're just my type. All you have to do is say the word and believe me.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Johnson, but there's a telephone call for you. Would you like to go out and answer it?
Oh, would I?
Get your phone call, Van. It might be important.
Yes, excuse me, please.
Say, he's a nice fella, isn't he, Gertrude?
Yeah. Say, Blue Eyes, we're having so much fun. How about ordering some champagne?
Champagne? Well...
Sure, come on, Speedy. We only live once. Hey, waiter! Waiter, a bottle of champagne!
Gertrude, not so loud. It's embarrassing.
Well, get him. Since when are you in the Blue Book or Who's What?
Now, Gertrude, please, be quiet.
Oh, put down. Yeah, don't be such a big shot. We're not riffraff, you know.
Girls, I'm just asking. Pardon me, Mr. Benny. Yes, Captain? There's a phone call for you. Oh, excuse me, girls. I'll be right back.
Hey, Jack.
Wait a minute, Van. There's a phone call for me.
No, there isn't. I sent the captain in to get you.
What?
Now, here's our chance to beat it.
Say, you're right, Van. You're right. Let's get out of here.
But how do you know those dames won't follow us?
Look, I've got their shoes. Come on, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1949 Easter Seal campaign is on. Crippled children can become useful citizens if we give them the help they need while they are young and growing, such as clinical care, schooling, camping, vocational guidance, and finally, a job. We can help them best by buying our share of Easter Seals today. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
Smoke a lucky to be a level bet. Smoke a lucky to be a level bet.
Yes, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense. That's what fine tobacco can do for you. And that's why it's so important that you select and smoke the cigarette of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike. For, as you know, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. No wonder Luckies are the overwhelming choice of the tobacco experts. Men who can see the makers of Lucky Strike consistently select and buy that fine, that light, that naturally mild tobacco. Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And this fine Lucky Strike tobacco puts you on the right level, the lucky level, where you feel your best and do your best. Remember that when you choose your cigarette. Then ask for a carton of Lucky Strike.
Feeling low,
feeling tense.
These 8 words are common sense. Smoke a lucky to be a level bet. Smoke a lucky to be a level bet.
Say, Mabel, what is it, Geisers? Do you think they're coming back? I don't know. What time is it? It's 3:30 in the morning. Well, that ain't so late. I know, but this is Tuesday. Well, if they won't come back by Friday, we'll go.
Van Johnson appeared through the courtesy of Metro Goldwyn Mayer, producers of Little Women, starring June Allison, Peter Lawford, Margaret O'Brien, and Elizabeth Taylor. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program.
Money with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Let's go out to Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills, where we find Rochester doing the spring cleaning.
The vacuum's going, the dust is blowing, 'cause Benny's house must be clean. He doesn't really want his house clean, just makes me work because he's mean.
Rochester.
The dirt may linger, won't lift his finger, all day in bed he reclines. But then in bed he has to recline. He isn't really 39.
Rochester.
Oh, hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello, boss.
Hello, Polly. Well, Rochester, I'm glad to see you're doing the spring cleaning. The house looks... Rochester, where are those pretty lace curtains we had on the windows?
Those were cobwebs. I brushed them off.
Oh, the house is that dusty. It's your fault.
No, it isn't, boss. I could clean the house in no time if I could use the feather duster.
The feather duster? Well, why don't you use it?
It's spring. At this time of year, Polly falls in love with it.
Rochester, you're imagining things.
No, boss, she even talks to it.
Polly talks to the feather duster?
Yeah, this morning she stuck her head out of the cage and said, "Don't just stand there in the corner, come up and see me sometime."
Look.
I even had to put the duster in her cage to keep her happy.
Now, that's ridiculous. Now, go get it out of the cage and clean up the room.
Well, okay. Hello, Polly. I'm sorry, but I have to take the duster. Now, let go of it.
The sky is low, the night is cold.
Let go, Polly. I gotta get the duster.
The moon is old, but love is old.
Let go.
This eager heart of mine is singing.
There, I got it.
Lover, come back to me.
Rochester, now that you got the feather duster, clean the chandelier.
I tried to, boss, but I can't reach it.
Well, I'll do it. Now, bend down and I'll stand on your back.
Huh?
Go on, bend down.
Like this?
Yeah, bend down a little more. That's good. Now, let me get up on your back. Easy. Hold it. There. Okay, Rochester, hold still now while I dust the
Coming!
Rochester!
Hello, Rochester.
Oh, hello, Miss Livingston. Come on in.
Thanks. I just came over to... Oh, hello, Phil. I didn't know you were here.
That's Mr. Benny lying on the floor.
Jack, what happened?
Nothing. Anyway, Mary, I meant to call you. We aren't going to be able to rehearse today because I have something very important to do.
Well, I'm glad I came over anyway. I got a letter from my mother, and I wanted you to hear it.
A letter from your mother, eh? Well, what does the Ali Khan of Plainfield have to say?
So just a minute. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
My darling daughter, Mary, just a few lines to let you know that everybody in the family is feeling fine except Susie, our cow.
The cow?
She's been sick for the past 2 months now, and your father wishes she would get well so he can have his side of the bed back.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry our cow is sick, but she certainly makes the room look better. I've always wanted an early American bed, so as long as she's lying on her back, I'm using her forelegs to hold up a canopy.
Leave it to your mother.
Of course, it isn't easy milking the cow in this position. You have to squeeze harder than usual because you're fighting gravity.
Gee, where do you put the bucket?
Quiet, Jack. However, your father doesn't know his own strength. This morning he squeezed so hard, the milk shot up, ripped through the canopy, and roped Honest John on the ceiling.
Now, that's silly. Your mother. I don't know. Your mother is just silly.
You know, Mary, we've had a very long winter, but we knew it was coming. Because on February 2nd, when the groundhog came out of his hole, he saw your sister Babe and ran back in again.
I knew she could do it.
No other news, but tell Jack we're going to see the picture he produced, The Lucky Stiff, at the Earl Theater in Philadelphia next week.
Well.
That is, we'll go to Philadelphia if the cow gets well. We haven't got a car, you know. Much love, Mama.
You know, Mary, I'm proud of that picture. Claire Trevor was in it, and she just won an Academy Award. Come in! Oh, hello, Dennis.
Congratulate me, Mr. Benny. Congratulate me.
Congratulate you?
My aunt won an Academy Award.
Your aunt?
Yeah, she went to the hospital last week, and yesterday she came home with little Oscar.
Oh, you mean your aunt had a baby and they named it Oscar? Say, your uncle must be very proud. Is it their first child?
No, they have 6 and 3 more are on the way.
What? 3 more children are on the way?
Yeah, they're coming by bus from Fresno.
Oh, then they have 9 children now.
That's right, 5 boys and 3 girls.
Well, that's very... Wait a minute. 5 boys and 3 girls? Dennis, that's only 8.
One of them got on the wrong bus.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Look, Dennis.
Oh, say, Mr. Benny, are we going to rehearse today?
No, kid, because I have to leave in a little while.
Say, Jack, as long as we're not going to have rehearsal today, I think that I'll run along.
Come in.
Hiya, Jackson. Hello, Livy, you specimen of what a young man's fancy turns to.
Hello, Phil.
Hiya, Phil. Say, I told you rehearsal was called off. What are you doing here?
Well, look, Jackson, I started out to do some shopping in Beverly Hills, and I left home without a dime. So would you cash this check for me?
Well, I don't know if I can, Phil. How much is the check for?
I don't know. Read it. Alice made it out.
Oh.
Here.
Phil, Alice made this check out for $100.
Yeah, I was a good boy all week.
What are you going to buy, Phil?
Well, I want to get 50 feet of copper coils for my car.
Copper coils for your car?
I'm putting in draft beer.
Oh, fine. Draft beer.
Yeah, I'll have the only hydromatic with a head on it. Oh, Harris, you ought to put some Blue Jay on your tongue. It's so corny.
You can say that again, Wanga.
Well, look, Yonko, how about it? Can you cash my check for me?
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. I haven't got that much money on me.
Phil, if you want a loan of a few dollars, I can help you out.
Nah, that ain't necessary, Libby. I'll forget about the shopping. All I'll do is go get myself a haircut.
I thought you said you were broke. Can't get a haircut without any money.
Jackson, they cut my hair just for the thrill of it.
What a hammy guy.
You know, Jack, Phil has a right to be conceited. He always looks so nice. Look at the way his clothes fit him, and look at his socks. They're bright without being loud.
I'm glad you like them, Livy. Alice knitted them for me. They're gargoyle.
That's our guy. Well, a gargoyle is something ugly.
Well, they ain't going to hang these in the art museum. So long, straight man. See you again, Liv, you pretty thing.
Bye, Phil.
Goodbye. Say, Mary, it looks like it might rain. See, look at that dark cloud hiding the sun.
That's a shadow. Don Wilson's coming up the walk.
Oh, yes.
Hi, you Phil. Where you going? Time to get a haircut. I'd save you a curl, but they're all promised.
Hey, Don.
Right with you, Jack. Come on, boys.
Say, Don, well, I told you over the phone we weren't going to rehearse today. Why did you bring the quartet over?
Well, Jack, there's something the sportsmen want me to talk to you about.
The Sportsman Quartet? What is it?
Well, they've been with you now for 4 years, and they came over to ask you for a raise.
Oh, they have, eh?
Jack, I'm going to leave.
Why?
I can't stand the sight of blood.
Mary, there isn't going to be any bloodshed. Don, how much of a raise do the boys want?
I'll ask them. How much do you want, boys? No, boys. I don't think he'll go that high. I don't know about that either. Well, I don't know.
We'll talk about that one. That sounds reasonable.
Well, thanks, Jack.
Now, what kind of a number have they got prepared for the program?
Well, since this is the first week of spring, the boys have something appropriate for this time of year.
For spring? Good, good. Now, hold it a minute, fellas. Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Ozzie Nelson.
Oh, hello, Ozzie.
Jack, I just called to tell you that next week Harriet and I are going to start doing our program on CBS.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ozzie. What day are you going to be on?
A Sunday.
Well, I think that's Sunday? Ozzie?
Yes?
What time on Sunday?
Right ahead of yours.
For a minute, I thought I was going to have to sue somebody. What a relief, huh?
Hello?
Hello, huh?
Hello? Hello?
Is that you on the extension, Harriet?
Yes, Ozzie. Ozzie, would you mind hanging up? I've got to make a phone call.
But, Harriet, I'm talking to...
I don't care who you're talking to. I've got to find out why our laundry hasn't come back yet.
Well, I've got him on the phone now. Ask him.
I was going to call you about that, Harriet.
Oh, hello, Jack.
Hello, Harriet. I was going to call you about the laundry. There'll be a little delay because I scorched your underwear.
My underwear?
Yes, the ones with the lace.
Oh, those are Ozzie.
Oh, then the H stands for his. I thought it was Harriet.
Jack, since Harriet brought up the subject, I'd like to make a complaint.
What is it, Ozzie? We're always open for suggestions, you know.
Well, Jack, you've been putting a little too much starch in our underwear.
Too much starch?
Yes. You see, we don't mind it on Sundays because we have to stand up at the microphones anyway.
Uh-huh.
But on weekdays, we like to relax.
Oh, well, then I'll try to cut down on the starch.
I wish you would. Every time Ozzie sits down, it sounds like he's cracking his knuckles.
Well, I'll take care of it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Rochester, a little less starch in the Nelson's laundry. But you'll have to excuse me now, fellas. I have to leave. I'm taking the Beverly Hills Beavers out on a hike.
Oh, where are you going, Jack?
Oh, out in the woods camping, and, well, you know, the kids will get a big kick out of it. See, I'm kind of late now. I better get my knapsack and hurry.
Gee, fellas, I hope Mr. Benny gets here soon. Me too. I'd be afraid to go on this hike and sleep out overnight if Mr. Benny wasn't going to be with us.
Yeah. We may run into a mountain lion or a wildcat. I wonder if Mr. Benny will bring a rifle along.
Nah, if he can't whip it with his bare hands, bullets won't help.
Yeah. Remember how he told us how he used to wrestle alligators for a living till the Humane Society made him stop?
Well, I still think we'd have more fun if we went without him. Look, Butch, you're a new member in the Beavers. You don't know how helpful Mr. Benny is. That's right. Remember our last hike, fellas? When Mr. Benny showed us how to trap that little animal with a white stripe down its back?
Yeah. And then we didn't have another meeting for the next 6 months.
I don't care what you fellas say. I think Mr. Benny is one of the best beavers in the club. Well, if he's such a loyal beaver, how come he didn't attend our meeting last Thursday night? That wasn't his fault. He had to go to the Academy Awards. For what? He wasn't going to get nothing. Oh, yeah? Yeah. I heard my mother and father talking about the Academy Awards, and my mother knew Jane Wyman was going to win it for Johnny Belinda. And she didn't even talk in the picture. So what? My father said that if Mr. Benny would keep his mouth shut, he might win something, too.
Butch, as president of the Beavers, I fine you 2 cents for that remark.
Fine my old man. He said it.
Well, hello, fellas.
Hello, Brother Beaver.
You know, I'm looking forward to this hike. I love the great outdoors, fishing and hunting. You know, hunting used to be one of my favorite sports. I bagged some big game in my time.
Gee, Mr. Benny, did you ever hunt bear?
Why, yes, Stevie. Hey. Hey, wait a minute. Ask me that again, Stevie.
Did you ever hunt bear?
No, he wore his red flannels. Now let's get going.
All right. Beavers fall into formation. Forward, march. Up, up, front, four. Up, up, front, four. Up, up, front, four. Up. Phew. Gee, we've been hiking for 2 hours now, fellas. Anyone feel tired?
Not me, Mr. Benny.
Well, I'm okay. I feel fine.
Well, I'm beginning to feel a little tired.
Would you like to stop for a rest, Joey?
No, I'll be all right if you'll carry your own knapsack.
Oh, sure. Now, let's stop here a minute. There's a pebble in my shoe that's bothering me.
Okay, Beaver. At ease.
I'll sit down here on this rock and take off my shoe. There. Dues from the last meeting. I'll be with you in a minute, kid, as soon as I pick up the money and put my shoes back on.
Gee, Stevie. What? This guy would drive a pickpocket crazy.
All right, Beavers, let's move along. Hey, look, fellas. Why don't we camp near this stream?
Yeah, but it looks much nicer on the other side.
All right, the stream is only about 6 feet wide. We can all jump it, can't we, Beavers?
Sure! I'll go first.
You made it, Stevie. Now you go, Joey. Good boy. Now you, Cliff. Nice jump. Now you, Butch. Fine. Now here I go. Hey, fellas, how about camping on this side of the stream? Huh?
Oh, come on, Mr. Benny. It's much nicer on our side. Come on, you're not afraid to jump it, are you?
Of course not. Step back and give me room when I land. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. I made it.
Yeah, but your hair didn't.
What?
Hey, look at a lane there, fellas. It looks like a squirrel that didn't eat all winter.
Never mind, Butch. Now, look, Beavers, let's all put up our pup tents. Then after dinner, we'll sit around the campfire in our pajamas, and I'll tell you a story. I was alone in this lion-infested African jungle. My plight was desperate. I had no weapons. But I wasn't afraid. It was dark and ominously quiet. Then suddenly, behind me, I heard it. Yikes! Stevie, stop popping your gum.
I'm sorry, Mr. Benny. I was excited. I want to hear how you got out of it.
So do I, but I'm not popping my gum. Now, where was I?
In the African jungle.
Oh, yes. When I heard a twig snap, I whirled around, and there I stood face to face with a Bengal tiger. So I
Wait
went...
a minute, Mr. Benny.
Huh?
There ain't no Bengal tigers in Africa.
Not usually, no. But this tiger won 2 glorious weeks on a quiz program. They also painted his jungle inside and out. Now, look, boys, you've all been up a half hour later than you should, so I'll finish my story tomorrow. I think we should all get into our pup tents and go to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm sleepy, too. I'm not tired. I don't want to go to sleep yet.
What's the matter, Joey? Is there anything wrong?
This is the first time I ever stayed away from home all night. I'm scared.
But, Joey, there's nothing to be scared of. I'm here.
I don't care. I'm scared anyway. Can I sleep in your tent with you, Mr. Benny?
No, I'll be in the tent next to you. Come on now, you gotta be brave. How do you ever expect to grow up and be President of the United States?
Who wants to be president? Your wife won't even let you wear a bathing suit.
Well, that's not so important. Now, come on, Beavers. I want you all to go to bed, and I'll see you in the morning.
Okay. Good night, Mr. Benny.
Good night, Joey, and don't be frightened.
I won't.
Good night, fellow Beavers.
Good night, Mr. Benny.
Now, let's see. Now, this is my tent right here. Ah, gee, it's good to lie down. The hike sure tired me out. What's that? I see a coyote. There's no wolves around here. I don't think. Move over, Joey. I'm coming in with you. I don't want you to be frightened. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Benny. How'd you like my imitation of a coyote?
Oh, was that you? Thank goodness. I mean, good night. Good night, Joey.
American. The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
Feeling low.
Feeling tense.
These 8 words are common sense.
Smoke a Lucky.
To be a level best.
Smoke a Lucky.
To be a level best.
Your level best. That's just how you'll feel when you light up a Lucky. Because Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best. It's important to know that fine tobacco can do this for you. And LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Smooth, mild, thoroughly enjoyable tobacco. So next time you buy cigarettes, ask for the cigarette of fine tobacco Lucky Strike. And get on the right level, the lucky level, where things seem right and are right because you feel right. Yes, smoke a Lucky to feel your level best.
The Lucky Strike Program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny is flying to New York City. So let's go out to Jack's home in Beverly Hills, where we find him packing for the trip. Mary and Rochester are helping him.
Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3.
What else do you want me to do, Jack?
Nothing now, Mary. 1, 2, 3.
Boy, shall I pack you?
Just a minute, Rochester. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. That ought to be enough.
Why don't you take the whole box? How much does Kleenex cost?
Mary, it isn't the cost of the Kleenex. I'm going by plane, and they charge you extra, you know, if your luggage weighs over 40 pounds. See, it's 79 cents a pound to New York. Unless you get off at Chicago, then it's 57 cents. Or Kansas City, it's 46 cents.
Why don't you go to New York and send your clothes to Albuquerque?
Say, oh, stop, will you?
But, Jack, you're going to be gone a whole week. Aren't you taking any suits?
Certainly, I'm taking my blue serge, my tweed, my herringbone, and,
Your pinstripe and your gabardine.
Yes.
That's 5 suits. I don't see any of them in the bag.
He's wearing them. They don't weigh the passengers.
I know what I'm doing.
Jack, what are you going to New York for anyway?
Oh, I thought I told you, Mary. I'm going to appear at a benefit for the American Heart Association Wednesday night at the Copacabana. Ed Sullivan asked me to be the master of ceremonies. Gee, it'll seem strange. Now, I haven't worked in a nightclub since that summer I was at Ciro. That was a sensation there.
Oh, you certainly were, Jack. How'd you learn to carry 14 cups of coffee on one arm?
Mary, I was just showing that trick to a couple of friends of mine. I wasn't working there as a waiter.
Then why'd you pick up the tips?
Pick up the tips. 80 cents. You make a big thing out of it. Now, let's see. What else do I need? I better take a couple of sweaters and my...
Hey, boss.
What?
Do you want to take your sleeping bag along?
No. I'll go to a hotel this time.
Oh, then you won't need your bow now.
No.
I don't blame you, Jack. There's nothing worse for breakfast than a tough squirrel cooked over the exhaust pipe of a crosstown bus.
Yeah. By the way, Rochester, did you alter my tuxedo like I told you to?
Yes, sir. Here it is.
Alter your tuxedo?
Yeah, I told Rochester to take the satin cuffs off the sleeves. You know, satin cuffs are a little dated now.
That belt in the back isn't exactly cafe society.
It'll do. Here, Mary, you better pack the tuxedo. Fold it carefully so I won't have to have it pressed.
Okay. Say, Jack, it's a funny place to have a pocket in the back lining of the coat.
Oh, that. Well, Mary, I used to do a magic act when I was in vaudeville, and that's where I kept my rabbit.
That was a pigeon, boss.
No, it was a rabbit.
Oh, it was a pigeon.
Rochester, this was 15 years ago, and you wouldn't remember. It was a rabbit.
Boss, it was a pigeon. As a matter of fact, when I went through your clothes this morning, I found an egg in that pocket.
Well, that was a mothball.
I wish you'd have told me sooner you had it for breakfast.
Oh, well, it smelled like a mothball. But you're right, Rochester. You're right. You know, it was a pigeon I used in my vaudeville act. Her name was Natalie. See, I'll never forget. She used to sit up on my head and coo while I played my violin. That pigeon was so cute sitting on my head.
I remember the night they knocked it off with a tomato.
Yeah. I wonder what they had against Natalie.
Whatever became of that pigeon, boss?
Rochester, I'd rather not talk about it.
Well, Jack, I want to know, too. What became of that pigeon?
Well, things got tough for me in vaudeville, and I got hungry, and... Oh, let's not talk about it. Now, Mary... Don't worry, Polly. I'm doing all right now. Come on, Mary. Let's get this packing finished so that I can... I'll get it.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Come on in.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary. Say, what's all the packing going on?
Well, Jack's going to New York.
Oh, well, Mr. Benny, as long as you're going to New York, why don't you stay at the Acme Plaza Hotel? My uncle's the house detective there.
Your uncle, the house detective? What's his name?
Peekaboo McNulty.
Peekaboo McNulty?
He must be some detective.
Oh, he's wonderful. During the war, he was a spy, but the enemy caught him, put him up against the wall, and executed him.
Wait a minute, kid. You just said he's working at the Acme Plaza Hotel.
After the war, they had to give him his job back.
Look, Dennis, I got a lot of packing to do, so don't bother me now, will you?
Okay. Do you mind if I go into the other room and practice my song a bit?
No, go right ahead. Go in the living room. There's a player piano in there. Now, come on, Mary, and help me finish. Have I got everything? I'll be going out nights to New York, so I'll need a... Come in!
Hiya, Livy. Hello, Jackson.
Hello, Phil.
Hey, Jackson, here's that suitcase you wanted.
Oh, thanks, Phil. I'm glad you brought it. Mine is so shabby. It's nice of you to lend it to me. Boy, get a load of those labels on it.
Yeah, I used to take it with me when I was on the road playing them one-night stands.
Oh.
Hey, Jack, look at this label here. Ritz-Carlton Hotel, Empty Jug, Texas.
Empty Jug, Texas?
I killed him in that town.
I never heard of the place. Where is Empty Jug, Phil?
It's about 50 miles this side of Rack-em-Up, Kansas.
Oh, fine. Empty Jug, rack 'em up. Phil, why don't you get booked into cities like Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio, or Dallas?
Leave me alone, Jackson. I know my market.
Well, I'm glad you do. At least you're not kidding yourself.
Hey, Dad, how long are you going to be in New York?
Well, I'm going to do the Heart Benefit on Wednesday night, and then if I have time, I'll see what's going on in television.
Oh, television, huh? Well, look, while you're talking, you can tell them I'll consider going on television when they get larger screens.
Larger screens? They've already had them up to 16 inches.
16 inches ain't nothing. If you don't get Harris life size, you're getting robbed.
Well, maybe you're right, Phil. You were a riot in Empty Jug.
Yeah.
Now, come on, Mary. Let's pack my things in the suitcase Phil brought over.
Okay. First, I'll take the, Oh, for heaven's sake, Phil.
What happened, Liz?
You've got a lot of nerve pasting all these labels on Alice's bag.
That ain't Alice's bag. The boys in the band gave it to me for a present. That's mine.
Yours? But look at those initials. A.S.
That stands for Angel Face.
Phil, the boys in your band call you Angel Face?
Well, what else could you call a guy who looks like me?
Did you hear that, Mary?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I thought I was the only one.
No, I heard it. Made me sick, but I heard it.
Me too.
Well, have a nice trip, Jackson. I got to go home now and cut some little round holes in the side of my Chevrolet.
Cut holes in the side of your Chevrolet for what?
I want my kids to think I got a Buick. Have a good time, Jackson. So long.
Goodbye, Angel Face. What a character, Angel Face. He always makes up those silly names of towns, too. Empty Jug.
Mr. Benny, your bag is all packed.
Good. I haven't got too much time, so we better leave for the airport. You want to ride down with me, Mary?
Oh, sure, Jack.
Rochester, get the car, will you?
Okay.
Who can that be? I'll get it. Hello?
Jack Benny, please.
This is Jack Benny.
I have a long-distance call for you from Las Vegas.
Long distance, eh? Is it...
Why don't you take a chance?
Oh, all right. Put 'em on.
Here's your party.
Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Don.
Oh, Don, what are you doing in Las Vegas?
Up here getting a suntan.
But, Don, you just had 3 days of sun in Palm Springs.
Well, that took care of my right side. Now I'm getting some on my left side.
Well, that I can't understand at all. When you were over in Palm Springs, why didn't you just roll over?
I did. Now I'm in Las Vegas.
What do you like that? Well, that's logical, Don. That's logical. Don, what did you call me for?
Well, Jack, the quartet's up here with me, and when they heard you were going to New York, they made me get you on the phone so they could say goodbye to you.
Oh, the sportsmen, eh? Well, put 'em on, Don.
Here they are.
Give our regard to Broadway. Remember us to CBS. Tell all the gang to light a Lucky Strike and feel their level best.
Feel the very level.
And when you go to Lindy, your friends and pals you'll surely see.
I will see.
So tell everyone on old Broadway to smoke an LSMFT.
Gentlemen, your 3 minutes are up.
By the subway, so round and firm and fully packed.
Round and firm and fully.
Then take a drive through Central Park and smoke a Lucky in the hat.
Your 3 minutes are up.
Then to Columbus Circle, and on the soapbox you should see.
Gentlemen,
shouting the praises of that Fraser and its LSMFT.
your 3 minutes are up. Boys, your time is up. Fellows, you'll have to hang up. Boys, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well, how do you like that, She cut them off.
Jack, it's getting late. You better hurry.
Oh, yes. Dennis, you want to drive down to the airport with us?
I'd like to, but I got my bicycle with me. I'll meet you there.
Okay. Come on, Rochester, get the car. Now, Rochester, turn left on Sepulveda, and it'll take you right to the airport.
Yes, sir.
Rochester, what are you doing?
I'm trying to pass that Cadillac. I must be crazy.
Don't be funny. Just drive.
Say, Jack, while you're in New York, you think you'll run into Fred Allen?
You mean buttons and bags? No, I don't think I'll see Fred. It won't be necessary this time. I sent him my old clothes by partial post. He wanted them in time for the Easter parade. Anyway, I might run into him when I...
Hey, look, Jack. There's Dennis on his bicycle.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Dennis.
Hi, Mr. Benny.
Pass him, Rochester. Aren't your legs tired from all that peddling, kid?
No, this is fun.
That's good. Pass him, Rochester. You want a hitch on the back, Dennis? Come on, we'll give you a lift.
No, thanks. This is good exercise.
Yes, good exercise, all right. Pass him, Rochester. Pass him.
Embarrassing, ain't it?
Well, step on it or something.
So long, Mr. Benny. I'll wait for you at the airport.
You come back here. All right, go on. That reckless kid. I'll try to go a little faster, Rochester. I don't want to miss my plane. You know, it's a very important benefit. Here's the airport, Rochester. Pull over at the curb. Come on, Mary. I better get a red cap to take my bag. I wonder where they're... Oh, there's one. Oh, red cap, will you... He looked at me and walked away. There's another one. Oh, red cap, will you take my... He walked away, too.
Here comes another one, Jack.
Oh, yes.
I'll take your bag for you, Mr. Benny.
Oh, thank you. You know, I can't understand it. When I call those other red caps, they walked away, but you came right over.
Well, I figured if you can do a benefit, so can I.
Well, you don't have to do this for nothing. Take my bag, and here's the tip for you.
Gee, thanks. Now I can get my head shined.
Yeah. Come on, Mary, let's go inside.
Flight number 76 for Phoenix, Dallas, and Washington, D.C., now loading at Gate 2.
Mary, let's go over to the information desk. I want to find out if my plane's going to leave on time.
Flight 43 now arriving on runway 6 from Galveston, Houston, Fort Worth, and Empty Jug.
Gee, I thought Phil was kidding. Say, Mary, before I go over to the information desk, I want to get some magazines.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll get your ticket validated.
Oh, thanks.
Hiya, Bud. Long time no see.
Huh? Oh, hello.
Who was that, Jack?
Oh, that's that racetrack house in Santa Anita. Always bothers me. I'll meet you back here, Mary.
Okay.
Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me too well.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, hello, Mr. Kitzel. Mr. Kitzel, are you going away on a trip?
Yes, I'm flying to visit my sister in New York. She had a baby boy, and I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, well, that's nice. How does it feel being an uncle?
I'm getting used to it. He's 26 now.
Your nephew is 26 years old, and you haven't seen him yet?
Mm-hmm, that's right. Here, look, I got a picture of him.
Say, he's a nice-looking fellow. But if he's 26, why doesn't he cut off those long curls?
His boss won't let him.
His boss?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Who does he work for?
He'll spit on me.
Oh, your nephew is a musician.
You heard, Mr. Benner, you heard of Evelyn and her magic violin?
Yes.
This is Sam and his stinking saxophone.
Oh, well, then he isn't much of a musician, huh?
No, but he sings pretty good. You should hear him when he imitates Phil Harris. Oh, won't you come with me to Alabama? There we'll meet my dear old mammy. She's frying eggs and broiling corned beef. That's what I like about him.
Wait a minute, Mr. Kitzel.
Yes?
It isn't corned beef. It's broiling hammy.
If he doesn't eat it, why should he sing about it?
Well, that's one way of looking at it. Anyway, Mr. Kitzel, I'll see you on the plane.
Okay, Mr. Benny.
Okay.
Now, let's see. I'll take these two magazines, and maybe I'll get a book.
Attention, please. Attention. Flight number 19 now loading at Gate 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and faraway places with strange-sounding names and Cucamonga.
Gee, I might get hungry on the plane. Maybe I ought to buy some fruit or something. Say, these apples look good. Yeah, I'll get some of these apples. Oh, Miss! Oh, darn it, she's busy. Well, I'll just have to wait.
Hey, Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
Look, fella,
What are you doing?
I'm buying some fruit.
What kind?
I'm buying apples. What?
Take the oranges.
But I don't want oranges. How about grapes?
Haven't got a chance. They're carrying too many seeds.
Oh, well, what about the bananas?
I've been watching them for 3 days. I have yet to see one of them get out of the bunch.
Well, look, I don't know.
Listen to me, Bud. Take the oranges.
The oranges?
They can't miss. Look at the breeding. Out of Pomona by Smudge Pie.
Well, I wanted apples. But I wanted apples, but maybe you're right. I'll take the oranges.
Okay. And peel them. Don't be a sucker.
Oh, Miss, I'll take 3 of those oranges, please, and peel them.
Attention, please. Attention. The Santa Fe Super Chief now landing on runway 7.
How could that happen?
It was awfully windy in Barstow.
Let's see, where was I going? Oh, yes, to the information desk. Pardon me, are you the information clerk?
No, they put me behind these bars for toasting marshmallows on the street.
Look, mister, I'm in a hurry. Now, when do I leave for New York?
I don't know, but it can't be too soon for me.
Now, wait a minute. You're here to give me information.
Well, if you tell me what flight you're on, I'll tell you when you leave.
Oh, I'm taking flight 58.
Flight 58 leaves at 7:45, makes one stop at Kansas City, flies at an altitude of 17,000 feet at a speed of 300 miles per hour.
Oh.
They serve dinner and breakfast. The pilots' names are Frank and Harry. They arrive in New York at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bon voyage, and I hope you get sick.
Wise guy, I'd punch you right in the nose if I didn't have to take off 5 coats. I'll be more civil or I'll report you to the management. What gate does my plane leave from?
In number 9.
That's better. How long will the flight take?
10 hours.
Well, that's good. Are the seats comfortable?
Ooh, are they?
Oh, what's the use? Now, let's see. Where did Mary go? Oh, there she is.
Attention, please. Flight 21 now leaving for San Joaquin Valley, Sun Valley, Imperial Valley, and Apple Valley.
Hey, Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
Attention, please. Flight 21 now leaving for San Joaquin Valley, Sun Valley, Imperial Valley, and Orange, New Jersey.
Oh, Mary!
Here I am, Jack, and here are your tickets.
Oh, thanks.
Flight number 58 for New York, leaving immediately.
Oh, my goodness, that's my plane. I gotta run. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye. I'll call you from New York.
Goodbye, Jack. I'll wait here and watch the plane take off.
Okay, and I'll wave to you from the window. Oh, boy.
Watch your step getting into the plane, please.
I just want to watch the takeoff. Gee, there it goes into the air. What a beautiful takeoff.
Yep, they'll be in New York in 10 hours.
Look, the planes are turning around and coming back. Coming in for a landing.
Well, I'll be darned.
Jack, what happened?
I forgot my oranges.
Okay, pilot, I got him. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of our greatest enemies is fire. Each year, fire destroys millions of dollars worth of property and takes thousands of lives. Most of these fires could have been prevented. Be cautious. Protect your life, your property, and your home. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
Smoke-a-lucky to be a level bet. Smoke-a-lucky to be a level bet.
You see, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best. That's why it's so important for you to select and smoke the cigarette of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike. For, as you know, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. No wonder Luckies are the overwhelming choice of tobacco experts, men who can see the makers of Lucky Strike consistently select and buy that fine, that light, that naturally mild tobacco. Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And this fine Lucky Strike tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense. Put you on the right level, the lucky level, where you feel your best and do your best. So next time you buy cigarettes, ask for a carton of Lucky Strike. Yes, when you are
Feeling low, feeling tense. These 8 words are common sense. Smoke-a-lucky to be a level bet. Smoke-a-lucky to be a level bet.
Well, Mr. Kitzel, in just a few hours, we'll be in New York.
Yes, it was a wonderful trip.
That's right.
By the way, Mr. Benny, is somebody meeting you by the airport in New York?
Yes, Ed Sullivan and his benefit committee. Who's meeting you, Mr. Kitzel?
Sam and his stinking saxophone.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to hear Dennis Day in A Day in the Life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned for the Amos and Andy Show, which follows immediately. And don't forget the CBS Sunday night lineup. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Grape Nuts and Grape Nuts Flakes program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Say, folks, do you know what it is to wake up some morning with that just can face it feeling? Why, sure you know. It's the day you get out on the so-called wrong side of the bed. Well, that's the morning to be doubly certain there's a big bowl of crisp and cheerful grape nuts or get to the table. They look so good, and boy, they are so good, you'll feel all perked up in no time at all. Yes, and you'll keep right on feeling perked up all morning long, because both Grape Nuts and Grape Nuts Flakes are cram full of sustaining, energy-giving, whole-grain nourishment, iron, niacin, vitamin B1, plus proteins, too. And don't forget cereals with whole-grain nourishment, like Grape Nuts and Grape Nuts Flakes, are a must for that adequate breakfast you should eat. Remember, you haven't had a thing to eat for 10 or 12 hours. That's why doctors and dietitians say you should get at least 1/4 of the entire day's nourishment in the morning. So eat a good breakfast featuring Grape Nuts or Grape Nuts Flakes. Do a better job. gentlemen, let's turn back the clock. It's Saturday evening, and we take you to Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills.
Mr. Benny's residence, star of stage, screen, radio, television, and violin recitals at ridiculously low prices.
Hello? Is Mr. Benny in?
Do you want to complain about his camel?
Well, no, I don't. Is Mr. Benny in?
How much does he owe you?
He doesn't owe me a cent. I'd like to speak to Mr. Benny.
How much do you want to borrow?
I don't want to borrow anything.
Well, congratulations. You have met the necessary requirements. You are 1A on Mr. Benny's receiving list. Oh, boss! Boss!
Coming, Rochester.
Mr. Benny, you wanted on the phone.
Oh. Who is it?
I don't know, but it's safe.
Oh. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Walter Wanger of the Academy Award Committee.
Oh, Mr. Wanger. Yes. Are you calling on official business for the committee?
Well, yes, I am, Mr. Benny. And I want you to know that we did exactly as you requested.
You did?
Yes, we counted and recounted those ballots 20 times. And Paul Lucas is still the winner. Goodbye.
Rochester, there's nothing to laugh at. All that I was wrong about. Winning the award is a serious business. In totaling the ballots, the results can change up to the last minute.
That's too complicated.
Complicated?
Yeah, in my business, all you got to do is roll them out, count them up, and that's it.
Well, I'm not interested in your business. Besides, I'm taking Miss Livingston to a movie, so get out my razor and give me a shave.
Oh, boss, why don't you shave yourself? After all, yesterday I gave you a haircut.
What are you talking about? I wasn't even home yesterday.
What's that got to do with your hair?
Well, that's the silliest thing I ever heard of. The hair on a toupee doesn't grow.
The one you bought doesn't. I'm talking about the one you trapped yourself.
Oh, yes, I did trap a couple of them.
And you better stop wearing the one with the white stripe down the middle or you'll lose all your friends.
Rochester, stop being silly and give me a shave.
Okay, but boss, do me a favor this time and break the monotony.
What do you mean?
When I cut you, for heaven's sakes, bleed!
Okay, start shaving. When you cut me, nudge me, and I'll force myself. Miss Livingston may get here a little early, so hurry up. I want to be ready when she arrives.
Oh, Butterfly.
Yes, Miss Livingston?
Butterfly, I can't find my lipstick. Have you seen it?
No, ma'am.
How about my mascara?
I haven't seen that either.
Oh, that's funny. Have you seen my false eyelashes?
No, ma'am.
My goodness, I can't even find my false fingernails. Butterfly, what are you laughing at?
You certainly are lost, aren't you?
Butterfly, a lot of girls wear false eyelashes and things to make them look prettier.
But, Miss Livingston, you don't need any of those things. I think you're very pretty.
Oh, Butterfly, you're just saying that.
Oh, no, Miss Livingston. And another thing, I heard that Dorothy Lamour wishes she had something that you have.
Really? What is it?
Me. Help is hard to get, you know.
I guess you're right. Now, Butterfly, help me button up my dress. I've got to hurry over to meet Mr. Benny. He's taking me to a movie.
He is?
Yes, that's why I'm going to his house. Mr. Benny's taking me to the Cameo Theater, and it's in that neighborhood.
Gee, the Cameo Theater?
Yes, Butterfly. Have you been there?
Not since they raised the price to 15 cents.
15 cents?
Oh, they had to do that when they took out the benches and put in the folding chairs.
15 cents. He would. I'm going to call up Mr. Benny and tell him... come in.
Oh, Miss Livingston, after all, you have a maid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Butterfly. You answer the door.
Yes, ma'am. Come in.
Oh, fine. fine. Butterfly, please go to the door.
Yes, ma'am. Master goats and dozy goats and little lambsy divey, a killy divey too, and you all. La 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 la.
Hello, Butterfly.
Oh, hello, Miss Stanley.
Is Miss Livingston in?
Yes, here she comes now.
Hello, Mary. Well, hello, Barbara. Gee, I'm glad to see you. How's Bob?
He's fine. I just heard from him that... Say, Mary, am I intruding? You look like you're going out.
Oh, if you want to call it that. Jack's taking me to a movie, and I just found out it's a 15-cent one.
I'll bet it's the Cameo Theater.
It is the Cameo Theater. Has Bob ever taken you there?
Not since they took out the benches and put in the folding chairs.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I didn't know Bob was cheap, too.
Well, he wasn't always, Mary, but he started running around with Jack, and he got some of it on him.
Leave it to Benny.
No kidding, Mary. Is Jack really that type?
Barbara, all I know is in Scotland, when two Scotsmen meet, one says to the other, "Say, McGregor, did you hear the new one about Jack Benny?" Anyway, I'm going to call Jack and tell him he can save us 30 cents because I'm not going to a movie. Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing tonight, Barbara?
Nothing.
Good. Then you come to the movies, too, and we'll make Jack buy tickets for the three of us. Would you like to come?
Oh, I'd love it. It'll probably be a cowboy picture, and I'll be able to whoop it up.
Whoop it up?
Yeah. I haven't whistled at anything since I got married.
Well, all right, let's go. Oh, boy, will Jack be sore.
Shaving you, boss.
Gosh, Rochester, what a rough shave you gave me. Gee, my face feels awful. Did you cut me?
I ain't saying, but if I held your nose and mouth, you could still breathe.
Well, it's the last time you're going to shave me.
It almost was.
You can say that again. Well, that must be Mary now. Come in. Oh. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
What are you doing here, kid?
I had to see you because I'm still having trouble about my income tax.
Dennis, I've explained it to you a dozen times. What did you tell him at the income tax office?
I told him what you told me, that I make $186,000 a week.
You told him that?
Yeah, the tax man figured for 3 hours, and then he said I owed $6.5 million.
$6.5 million?
Was I embarrassed? I didn't have that much with me.
Dennis, I've told you over and over again, $186,000 is your theoretical salary. You actually get $35 a week.
Oh.
Oh, what?
I'll probably get a refund. I gave him a check for $6.5 million.
Don't worry, you'll get the whole thing back. Anyway, Dennis, you shouldn't be talking. Excuse me, kid.
Well, I'm here, Jack.
Good. Now we can go to... Well, hello, Barbara.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
Fine. Come on in.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Miss Livingston.
Barbara, I want you to meet Dennis Day. Dennis, this is Barbara Stanwyck.
Barbara Stanwyck? Gee.
Hello, little man.
Little man? She should know what a wolf I am.
Dennis, stop with that silly talk.
Well, I want Miss Stanwyck to have respect for me.
Oh.
I do respect you, Dennis, and I think you're very sweet, too.
You do?
Of course I do.
Would you ask me for a date if you were sure I'd accept?
Well, I wouldn't say that. You see, the man I like to go out with is, well, my husband, Robert Taylor.
But he's married.
I certainly hope so.
Well, come on, Jack. Let's get started. It's time we went to the movie.
You know, Mary, as long as Barbara dropped in, it isn't polite for us to go to the movies and leave her here. I mean, especially since...
They took out the benches and put in the folding chairs.
I didn't mean that. Anyway, I've got 2 passes. Say, kids, I've got an idea. Why don't we stay home and play gin rummy?
I don't want to play gin rummy.
But Barbara wouldn't enjoy the picture. It's a Western.
Oh, I love a good Western.
But it's not a good Western, Barbara. You see, it was made since the beef shortage and the cattle thieves had to rustle gophers. It's no good, you know?
Well, if you don't want to go, we'll go by ourselves. Come on, Barbara.
All right. Hey, kids, would you like to have my passes?
No, Jack. We can make a better deal at the box office.
Okay. Now, look, Dennis.
Just a minute. Oh, Miss Sandwich.
Yes?
Dennis, come back here. I wish you wouldn't act so silly.
What did I do that was so silly?
Trying to date a Barbara Stanwyck at your age.
It'd be sillier at your age.
What did you say?
Miss Sandwich would have fallen in love with me if it hadn't been for you.
Me? What did I have to do with it?
You don't pay me $186,000 a week.
Well, that's the craziest thing. Why would Miss Stanwyck fall in love with a kid like you?
I could tell by the way she looked at me.
You could tell what?
That if you and Miss Livingston hadn't been here, she couldn't have controlled herself.
Dennis, what's happened to you?
I don't know, but it feels good.
What? Now look at Dennis. I've had enough trouble. Listen, I've had just about enough out of you. You come over to my house, eat my fruit. What? I've been watching you. Now, you go on home, and when you feel like apologizing for the way you acted, you can come back.
Okay, and goodbye.
Goodbye. And get your hand out of that fruit bowl. Now, go home and think it over.
I'll show him. Such a wise guy. He pays me $35 a week, treats me like a kid, and expects me to sing good. I'll get even with him. Next Sunday I'll sing lousy. That's what I'll do. You're darn right. I'll sing like this. Adios, little girl, I must go. Wait for me by the old Alamo. I met her by the river of the roses, the sweetest girl this side of the Alamo. I left her by the river of the roses. With tear-dimmed eyes she whispered, I'll miss you so. All the roses have faded since we've been apart, but the one rose she gave me will always bloom within my heart. And someday, by the river of the roses, I don't know when, but we'll meet again, I know. wasn't so bad. But I'll sing lousy on the program even if I have to practice to do it. I'll show Mr. Benny. Oh, darn it, I passed my house. I always do that. I always do that, too. Oh, well. Oh, Mother! Mother!
Your mother isn't here, son.
Who are you?
Your father.
Oh. Hello, Pop.
Hello, son. Well, where have you been?
I just came from Mr. Benny's house.
Well, take a bath and no one will notice it.
Okay. Say, where's Mother?
She went to work.
Oh. Who are you betting on?
Strangler Lewis.
Oh. Say, Pop, I just had a big fight with Mr. Benny about Barbara Stanwyck.
Who?
Barbara Stanwyck. Gee, Pop, is she beautiful. She's got eyes like stars, lips like rubies, a figure like Venus de Milo, and...
Son, stop talking like that in front of your mother's picture.
Gee, even you're against me. Everybody's against me. I'm going to get undressed and go to bed. I can get along without Mr. Benny, believe me. Last week I was on Frank Sinatra's program. When I stepped out on the stage, the girls screamed louder at me than they did at Sinatra. Then Frankie told me I forgot my pants. Frankie said I should have my own program, and I'm going to have it, too. And another thing, from now on, I'm going to listen to Fred Allen with the door wide open. No more of that sneaky stuff. I'll show Mr. Benny. Oh, boy, this bed feels good. I don't need Jack Benny. Anyway, where would he be without his violin? I'm going to have my own program one of these days and be a big star. And girls are going to be crazy about me. My own program. That's what I'll have. I'll show Mr. Benny. My own program. Big star. Girls crazy about me. Big star.
The Grape Nuts and Grape Nuts Flakes program, starring Dennis Day, with Winston Churchill, Henry Morgenthau, Queen Elizabeth, Samuel Goldwyn, and yours truly, Gypsy Rose Lee.
I'm a big star now, my own program. I don't have to sing anymore. I've got the best in show business. Take it, Don.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll open the Dennis Day program with a song by Nelson Harris and Jeanette McLivingston.
Mammy's little children love grape nuts, grape nuts. Mammy's little children love grape nuts, grapes. Mammy's little children love grape nuts, grape nuts. Mammy's little children love grape nuts, grapes.
Oh, well, I put on the sugar.
Well, I put on the milk.
It's a tasty dish and smooth as silk.
Mammy's little children love grape nuts, grape nuts. Eat it for breakfast and you'll be well fed. Mammy's little children love grape nuts, grape nuts. It even tastes better than shortening bread.
Grape nuts.
Thank you, thank you. That was A Cup of Coffee, A Grape Nut, and You, sung by Flat Top and Mrs. Pruneface. Very good, too. And now, folks, for our feature attraction tonight.
I'll take it. Hello?
Hello. I'd like to speak to Dennis Day, please. This is Miss Stanley.
Miss Stanwyck? Gee. Just a minute, please. It's for you, Dennis. It's Barbara Stanwyck.
Oh, is that dame calling again? She drives me nuts. Tell her I'm not in.
But Dennis!
You heard me, fat boy. Tell her I'm not in.
Okay. Miss Stanwyck, I'm sorry, but Mr. Day isn't in.
I know he's there. I know it. I heard his voice. Tell him I've got to speak to him, please, please.
Yes, ma'am. Dennis, she insists on talking to you.
Oh, all right. I'll give her a thrill. Hello?
Dennis, I must talk to you. It's urgent.
Oh, hello, urgent.
No, it's Barbara.
Oh, well, what do you want, kid?
Dennis, I haven't heard from you in 5 days. What's the matter? What's happened between us? You've been neglecting me. You've changed, Dennis. You're not the same. I know it. I can feel it. Oh, if there's anything I should know, I wish you'd tell me.
Well, if you must know, I don't love you anymore, kid.
Oh, how can you do this to me, Dennis? After 17 years. Oh, I must see you alone. Someplace where we can talk. Meet me at the Brown Derby.
The Brown Derby? Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, darling.
Oh, well, I might as well meet her and get this over with. Gee, it's crowded here at the Brown Derby.
A table for Mr. Day.
A table for Mr. Day.
A table for Mr. Day. A day for Mr. Table.
A day for Mr. Table.
A day for Mr. Table.
A derby for Mr. Brown.
A derby for Mr. Brown.
A derby for Mr. Day.
It's Derby Day!
But, darling, it's been 5 days. 5 whole days since I've seen you. It was never like this before, never.
Not so loud. People are listening. Let's order something to eat. Oh, waiter! Waiter!
Yes, Mr. Day. What will you have, sir?
$186,000 on whole wheat toast.
Yes, sir. And what will you have, madame?
The same thing. And hold the toast.
Yes, madame. But first, would you mind standing up for a minute?
Why?
We're taking out the benches and putting in folding chairs.
Thank you. Oh, Dennis, it's been such a wonderful evening. Just being near you again has given me something to live for.
Well, I'm sorry, Barbara, but this is the end. I'm never going to see you again.
Oh, no. No, Dennis, darling, don't say that. You mustn't say that. I love you. You mustn't leave me. You mustn't.
Tell me more. You fascinate me.
Oh, you're cruel. You're heartless. You're selfish.
You're urgent.
Dennis, you're making fun of me. You're toying with my emotions. You're tormenting me. If you leave me now, I'll kill myself. Do you hear? I'll kill myself.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, yes, I would. You see this gun?
Yeah?
Well, tell me that you love me or I'll shoot myself right now.
Well...
Say you love me or I'll shoot myself.
Well... I love you. Oh, my goodness. She did it. She killed herself. But it wasn't my fault. I'm not to blame. I'm not to blame.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm not. Who said that?
I did. I saw you, Dennis Day. You killed her.
No, I didn't, Mr. Benny. Really, I didn't. She killed herself.
You drove her to it, and you'll sit and fry in the electric chair.
No, I won't. No, I won't. Barbara, speak to me.
You killed her. She's dead.
Barbara, speak to me. Speak to me.
LSMFT.
You killed her. You killed her.
Get away from me. Get away from me. Mother! Oh, Mother! Father! 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 Father!
What's the matter,
son. What's the matter? What are you screaming about?
Well, Father, I just had the most horrible nightmare.
Oh, is that all? For a minute, I thought your mother'd come home. All right, now go back to sleep.
Okay. Good night, Pop.
Good night.
Say, Butterfly, tell me something.
Yes, Mr. Wilson?
Is that really true about the Cameo Theater? I mean, that it only costs 15 cents?
Oh, yes, Mr. Wilson. Jerome and I used to go and sit right through till breakfast time.
Oh, my goodness. Did you get awfully tired?
Yes, we did, Mr. Wilson. But then we'd go out and eat a good breakfast.
Well, that's fine. Then you could do a better job.
Yes, we could go back to the Cameo Theater and stay all day.
Oh, Butterfly, how you talk. But, friends, a good breakfast, one that features crisp, crunchy, malty, rich grape nuts, will help you do a better job no matter what the job is. For grape nuts bring you all-around whole-grain nourishment, one kind of nourishment you need every day. And grape nuts have such a distinctive texture, such a wonderful sweet-as-a-nut flavor, they're fun to eat down to the last crisp kernel in the dish. So if you want to sit all day at the movies, eat a good breakfast, do a better job. And be sure to include delicious, malty-rich grape nuts.
Well, folks, we'll be with you next Sunday night at the same time. And I want to thank Warner Brothers for allowing Dennis Day to dream about Barbara Stanwyck. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike. Feeling low.
Feeling tense.
These 6 words are common sense. Smoke a Lucky
To be a level best.
Smoke a Lucky
To be a level best.
Yes, to feel your level best, smoke a Lucky, because Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best.
That's what fine tobacco can do for you. And remember, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
So the next time you buy cigarettes, be sure to ask for the cigarette of fine tobacco Lucky Strike. For remember, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best.
Yes, smoke a Lucky to feel your level best.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Easter Sunday, and in cities all over the country, people are Easter parading. Right now in Beverly Hills, Jack is getting ready for his stroll down Wilshire Boulevard. At the moment, he's taking a shower, and Rochester is laying out his clothes.
Mr. Benny's been in that shower for a long time. It's funny the way the boss always puts on a bathing cap to keep his hair dry. Once it didn't work. He put on the bathing cap and then put his hair on top of it. He looked like a cantaloupe with sideburns. Well, I better get his clothes out. Say, here's the suit he wore home from New York. I haven't sent it to the cleaners yet. I'll take it and... Uh-oh. What's this book that fell out of his pocket? Well, it's Mr. Benny's diary. I wonder if I should read it. No, I better not. He sure got mad the last time I read it. Anyway, if Mr. Benny wanted me to know what he did in New York, he'd tell me. But he's been home over a week and he ain't told me, so here goes. Here's the first entry.
April 4th. Dear Diary, the flight to New York was exciting. Traveling by airplane is very pleasant, except they give the passengers free food, magazines, and chewing gum. I couldn't sell a darn thing.
I wonder what he did with that gallon of coffee and 4 dozen sandwiches he took with him.
I arrived in New York this morning, cheerful but bloated.
I guess you didn't eat all the sandwiches. The next entry is written in peanut butter.
April 5th. Dear Diary. This morning I was walking down Broadway and ran into Fred Allen. And I must say that Fred looks wonderful. He had all the wrinkles taken out of his face, and luckily they didn't have to use surgery. Fred's face has so much loose skin, they just pulled his ears back and tied them in a bow. With his hat off, he looked like an Easter bunny.
Mr. Bennett's diary sure is dull. 2 days in New York, and he ain't been to Harlem yet.
April 6th. Dear Diary. Last night I attended a dinner party at the home of Mr. William Paley. He's the head of CBS. I sat on the right of his lovely wife, Barbara. Mrs. Paley is certainly a charming woman. I wonder what network he got her from. April 7th. Talk to my sponsor today.
Well, now it's getting interesting.
April 8th. Talk to my sponsor today. April 9th. Talk to my sponsor today. April 10th. Talk to my sponsor today. April 11th. Talk to my lawyer today. April 12th. My lawyer talked to my sponsor today. April 13th. My lawyer will be my summer replacement. April 14th. Started for home on the Santa Fe Super Chief. The Super Chief is a wonderful train, but I think I enjoyed the plane trip more. The hostess had prettier legs than the conductor.
Well, I'll be darned. No mention of Harlem at all. If he didn't go to Harlem, why'd he bother?
Oh, Rochester! Rochester.
Uh-oh, here he comes. I better hide the diary.
Rochester, what are you doing?
I was looking through the suit to see if it needs to be sent to the cleaners.
Oh, well, while I finish dressing, look through the closet, see if there's anything else that needs cleaning.
Yes, sir. What about this gray suit, boss?
I don't know. How does it look to you?
Well, it's got a gravy stain on the sleeve, salad dressing on the pants, butter on the cuff, coffee on the lapel, and meat sauce all over the vest.
It has?
Yeah, shall I send it to the cleaner or put it in the refrigerator?
Send it to the cleaner. But first, Rochester, go through the pockets and make sure I didn't leave any money in it.
Oh, boss, come now!
Never mind, just do it. Well, I'm all dressed, Rochester. How do I look?
Fine, but you better put your glasses on.
Oh, I'm not going to wear my glasses. They make me look old.
But you don't see too well without them.
Rochester, I only need my glasses for reading. Now, let's see. I think I'll take a top coat with me in case I'll get it. Oh, hello, Phil.
I'm Mary.
Oh, happy Easter, Mary. Well, I'm ready to go walking if you are.
I'm ready, Jack. But aren't you going to say anything about my new dress?
Let's see. Say, it's very pretty. But, Mary, isn't it kind of daring?
Well, no, this is the latest style. It's called a plunging neckline.
Well, you better grab it fast, sister. It's getting away from you.
Oh, don't be silly, Jack. Plunging necklines are the latest style. All the girls will be wearing them today.
They will?
Yes.
Oh, Rochester, bring me my glasses. Thanks. Now, come on, Mary, let's go to the boulevard and stroll in the Easter parade. Gee, there are a lot of people on Wilshire Boulevard, aren't there, Mary?
Yeah, and everybody's dressed so nice.
Well, so are you. Gee, that new hat you're wearing is really cute. Where'd you get it?
The May Company. They give me all my clothes.
The May Company gives you all your clothes? See, that's funny. You've been working for me for the past 15 years.
I know. They send me food, too.
Oh, well, that's nice of them.
Jack.
What?
How far do you think we ought to walk?
Oh, I don't know. Probably as far as La Brea. And then we'll...
Jack, look who's coming this way. Isn't that one of the boys in your Beavers Club?
Oh, yes. Hello, Joey.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Joey. Say, that's a mighty cute rabbit you have there.
Yeah, it's my Easter bunny. I'm taking him over to Mr. Benny's house to feed him.
To my house to feed him? Why?
My father says you got more lettuce than anyone in Beverly Hills.
Did you just get this rabbit, Joey?
Oh, no. I got him last Easter. In fact, I had 2 of them.
Come on, Mary, let's go.
In a minute, Jack. What happened to your other rabbit, Joey?
I don't know. He just disappeared around Christmas time.
Mary, let's go.
Joey, exactly when did your other rabbit disappear?
It was December 23rd.
Well, thanks for telling me. Goodbye, Joey.
Goodbye, Miss Livingston. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye. You know, Mary...
Oh, quiet. You and your mink Christmas presents.
That was just a coincidence. I happened to get a mink with pink eyes, that's all. You know, Larry, but strolling along the boulevard today reminds me of that picture we saw with Fred Astaire and Judy Garland.
You mean Easter Parade?
Yeah, that's the one. Remember at the start of the picture when Fred Astaire was walking along Fifth Avenue singing that song and the people all answered him? How did that song go again? Oh, yes, I remember it now. Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue. And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Isn't that nice, Mary? They all answered us just like in the picture. Gee, I'll never forget how... Hey, Mary, look.
Huh?
Look, stepping up on the curb. Get a load of those legs.
Oh, who is it?
The conductor on the Super Chief. Now, come on, Mary. We got to keep up with the crowd, you know. I want to walk all the way down to La Brea.
Say, Jack, look. There's Phil Harris standing on the corner.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Phil.
Hiya, Livy, you little Easter bunny. Who's that egg you got with you?
Darn, I forgot to take off my bathing cap. Say, Phil, Mary and I are strolling down Wilshire. Want to join us?
No, Jackson. The Chamber of Commerce wants me to stand here till another bus comes by.
Another bus?
Yeah, I'm the grand finale of the 95-cent tour.
What?
Them out-of-towners go nuts.
Oh, brother.
Phil, aren't you a little conceited?
Nah, conceited's when you think you got it and you ain't.
And of course, Phil, you've got it.
16 silver dollars in the box of Snickers to that gray-haired gentleman with a button shoe.
Mary, you talk to him. I can't.
Look, Phil, Jack and I are going for a walk. Do you want to join us or not?
Oh, I'd love to, Liv, but when I finish here, I got to go home and take my uncle to the train.
I didn't know you had an uncle here.
Yeah, right Tuesday on business. Came out here for the eclipse.
Oh, is he an astronomer?
No, a pickpocket. Oh, Jackson, when will you learn to still those quivering lips?
Come on, Mary, let's go.
All right. So long, Phil.
So long, Livy, you dove. See you later.
Come on, Mary.
Hey, Jackson.
What?
Don't feel bad. You got the bluest eyes on Wilshire Boulevard.
I know. So long, Phil. Come on, Mary. You know, Mary, Phil kids a lot, but underneath it all, he's really a nice guy.
Oh, stop fluttering your eyelashes.
Jealous. Now, come on, dollface. We got a long way to walk yet. Walking with you side by side. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Fills my chest with so much pride. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Dum bum 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 bum.
Jack, get up. You're not as young as Fred Astaire.
I know, he's 38. Now, come on, Mary. Gosh, what perfect weather. Spring, the skies are clear, the flowers are blooming, the sun is shining. Well, look who's here.
Bonjour, Monsieur Benny.
Well, Professor LeBlanc, what a surprise running into you.
Hello, Professor.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Professor, you certainly look nice today. Is that a new Easter suit you're wearing?
Mademoiselle, I am a poor violin teacher. I cannot afford to buy new suits.
Well, what do you do with the money I pay you for my violin lessons?
I buy sleeping pills.
Oh, are they any good?
No. After a few days, I wake up.
Well, it was nice seeing you, Professor, and don't forget, you're giving me a violin lesson next week.
I will not forget. I will tie a string around my finger.
Good, good.
Better I should tie a rope around my neck.
What?
Goodbye, Monsieur Benny.
Goodbye. Say, Mary, I can't understand why he hates to give me violin lessons.
Well, I can't understand it either. You played beautifully.
Well, Huh? See, Mary, that was sweet. What made you say that?
Oh, I don't know. Just an impulse. Yesterday, I kicked a cop in the pants.
Oh, well, sometimes you have to let yourself go, you know. Anyway, Mary, we're certainly running into a lot of people we know, aren't we?
Yeah.
Dum-da-dum-bum-ba-bum-ba-bum. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Yum-ba-bum-bum, you doll face. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue. And to greet all the friends you meet, Happy Easter to you.
Say, Geitches, what is it, Mabel? Gertrude, I feel so elegant walking in the Easter parade. How do you feel? My feet are killing me. But it's my own fault for buying such small shoes. Well, what size did you get? 9. Oh, for heaven's sake. What's the matter? Getting your foot into a size 9 shoe is like docking the Queen Mary in a Dixie cup. Well, look who's talking. Get a load of your shoes. They're not so big. They're not. Last year when we went on our vacation, every hotel we stopped at pasted labels on them. Well, it's a natural mistake because my shoes are genuine cowhide. Cowhide? Yeah. From the way your toes stick out, it looks like milking time. Gertrude, the next time you talk to me like that, Mabel, look. Here comes Jack Benny. Oh, yeah. And look who's with her, Mary Livingston. She didn't have to put on airs with me. I remember when she and I worked at the maid company. Did you used to run into her? Very seldom. I was a night watchman. Look, Mabel, they're coming toward us.
Ba-bum-bum-ba-bum-ba-bum. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Ba-bum-bum-ba-bum. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. My oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue.
Meet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Well, John Wilson.
Hello, Don.
Well, hello, Barry. Oh, hello, Jack. I haven't seen you since you got back from New York. How was your trip?
Oh, wonderful, Don, and you'll be happy to know how popular you are. Everybody I ran into was asking about you.
Oh, really, Jack? Well, what they want to know?
Well, they want to know different things like what you eat for breakfast, what you eat for lunch, what you eat for dinner, what you have for dessert, what you have after dessert, what you eat between meals, what you eat before going to bed at night. All those different things.
Well, that's nice, Jack, but didn't they want to know anything about me on your program?
Let's see. Yes, they did, Don. They thought that my last couple of programs weren't quite as funny as usual. They want to know if you ate one of my writers.
Oh, Jack, I know you're kidding, but I wish you'd stop with that talk. It gives everybody the impression I'm fat.
All right, Don, I'll stop joking about your size.
Say, Don, would you like to walk down Wilshire Boulevard with us?
Oh, I'd love to, Mary, but I'm on the other side of the street.
Oh, yes. Lift your stomach, Don. Here comes a bus. Well, anyway, I'll see you later. Come on, Mary. Say, Mary, have you got a cigarette?
Oh, sure, Jack. I have some right here in my... Oh, gee, I forgot to put some in this purse.
Well, there's a drugstore right here on the corner. I'll step in and get some. A feeling low, a feeling tense. These 8 words that make a common sense. Lucky. Simone. Oh, mister. Mister. Mister, I'd like to buy some...
Magazines?
No.
Sunglasses?
No. I'd like to buy some...
Lifesavers?
No, but as long as you're guessing and want to play games, I'll give you a hint. Now, what do you do to feel your level best?
I loosen my girdle. What do you do?
Well, if you must know, I smoke a Lucky.
Well, why didn't you say so? You want a package of Lucky Strikes.
That's exactly what I want.
Here you are.
Thank you. Here's your money. Goodbye.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Jack, did you get your cigarette?
Yes. Come on, Mary. Let's keep on walking.
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My only, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Well, Mr. Kitson! Kitzel, it's nice running into you today.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Denny. And how are you, Miss Livingstone?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Mr. Kitzel, you certainly look nice in those striped pants, cutaway coat, and top hat.
Mm-hmm.
It's just... Yes, sir, it's just right for Easter.
Oh, thank you. But I'm also wearing it for sentimental reasons. This is the suit in what I got married.
Really?
Yeah, I'll never forget the ceremony. It was beautiful. When the preacher asked for the ring, my wife handed it to him, and then...
Wait a minute. How come your wife had the ring?
We weren't even married, and she went through my pockets already.
Oh, I see. Well, Mr. Kitzel, it was a pleasure running into you on Easter, but we've got to be moving along.
Well, I got to run along, too. This afternoon I'm having an egg roll.
An egg roll on your front lawn?
No, in a Chinese restaurant.
Goodbye. You know, Mary, it's always nice running into Mr. Kitzel. I don't know, he always seems so cheerful.
Hey, Bud. Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
Me?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mary. Yes?
What are you doing?
Well, we're just strolling along in the Easter parade.
How far are you going?
To La Brea.
That's fine.
What?
You said you were going to La Brea, and I said that's fine.
Well, wait a minute. Aren't you going to try to talk me out of it?
Not me. This is my day off.
Oh.
Well, happy Easter.
Same to you. Same to you. Ah, come on, Mary.
What happened?
Nothing. It's all right. We can go to La Brea. Come on.
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter. It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Dennis!
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary.
Well, Dennis, gee, it's good to see you. Did you have a nice Easter?
Oh, sure. I colored Easter eggs all morning, and then I hid them.
Uh-huh.
And then I told my mother to go look for them.
That must have been fun.
No, it was a mess. The eggs splattered all over the walls, the ceiling, and my mother's new dress.
Well, Dennis, where'd you hide the eggs?
In the Mixmaster.
In the Mixmaster?
Yeah, it was awful.
But, Dennis, colored eggs shouldn't splatter. How long did you boil them?
Oh, boiled them.
Mary, you take them, will you?
Dennis, Jack and I are walking down as far as La Brea. Would you like to join us?
Oh, sure. I'm not stuck up.
Oh, that's nice of you. That's sweet of you, kid. Come on, kid.
Could you walk a little faster, Mr. Benny? I got to get home and take my uncle to the train.
Sure, we can. Your uncle?
Yeah, he's here on business. He came Tuesday for the eclipse.
Dennis, is he...
Mary, let me take this one. What did you say your uncle came here for, Dennis?
He came here for the eclipse.
He came for the eclipse, eh? I know, Dennis. He's a pickpocket.
No, he's a photographer, and he hasn't got a dark room.
Jack.
What?
Happy Easter.
All right. Let's walk on.
Say, Dennis, while we're walking along, why don't you sing something?
Well, gee, do you think it'd be all right right here on the street?
Well, sure. Everybody feels good today. They're all singing.
Yeah, they all want you to
sing,
too.
In your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade. I'll be all in clover, and when they look you over, I'll be the proudest fellow in the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the rotogravure. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the girl I'm taking to the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the rotogravure. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the girl I'm taking to the Easter parade.
Jack, will be back in just a minute. But first...
Feeling low.
Feeling tense.
These 8 words are common sense.
Smoke a lucky
To be your level best.
Smoke a lucky
To be your level best.
You see, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best. That's why it's so important for you to select and smoke the cigarette of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike. For as every smoker knows, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. It's not surprising that Lucky's are the overwhelming choice of the tobacco experts. Men who can see the makers of Lucky Strike consistently select and buy that fine, that light, that naturally mild tobacco. Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And this fine Lucky Strike tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level, the lucky level, where you feel your best and do your best. So the next time you buy cigarettes, ask for a carton of Lucky Strike.
Smoke-a-lucky to be your level best. Smoke-a-lucky to be your level best.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Don't forget to hear Dennis Day and a day in the life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned for the Amos and Andy Show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
Feeling low. Feeling tense. Keep 8 words of common sense. Smoke-a-lucky to be your level best. Smoke-a-lucky to be your level best.
Yes, to feel your level best. Smoke a Lucky, because Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best. That's what fine tobacco can do for you. And remember, LSMFT, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So the next time you buy cigarettes, ask for the cigarette of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike. For remember, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best. Yes, smoke a Lucky to feel your level best.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, television is not only here, it's here to stay. And like other stars in radio, Jack Benny is preparing for the future. So now we take you out to Beverly Hills. At the moment, Jack is sleeping while Rochester is going about his morning chores.
Well, first I better clean up the living room. What a mess. Television sure has Mr. Benny worried. Every night he rehearses a different act. But he's certainly serious about it. Last night he even had a dancing teacher here. Imagine him trying to do that kind of a dance. Oh, well, I might as well pick up his clothes and let the air out of the balloons. Isn't that cute? He even put an ironing board up on 2 chairs and used it for a runway. Let's see, where'll I put these balloons? Oh, hello, Polly.
A pretty girl is like a melody.
Oh, were you here last night when Mr. Benny was taking his dancing lesson? He'll be happy to hear that. Now, Polly, I'll get you some breakfast as soon as I straighten up the... Coming! Oh, good morning, Mr. Mailman.
Good morning, Rochester. Well, there was too much mail to put in the box, so I thought I'd bring it in. Here are the letters.
Thank you.
And here are Mr. Benny's magazines. Body Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Women's Home Companion.
Uh-huh.
True Story.
Uh-huh.
Lonely Hearts.
Uh-huh.
And this book, The Manly Art of Self-Defense.
Say, I didn't know...
Oh, pardon me, that goes to Mike Romanoff. Well, I must be getting along.
Is that all the mail you have for Mr. Benny?
No, I'm still carrying that letter with postage due on it. But I guess there's no use going through that again.
No, I guess not. How long ago was that letter mailed?
I don't know. It was handed down to me by my father. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, I think I'll take this mail to Mr. Benny's room. It's time he got up anyway. Mr. Benny, it's 11 o'clock. Mr. Benny, wake up. Mr. Benny. Gypsy Rose.
A pretty girl.
Boss, talk to me.
Oh, good morning, Rochester. What time is it?
It's 11 o'clock. I brought you the mail. Do you want to look at it?
Oh, yes, give it to me.
Aren't you going to put your glasses on?
I can't. I broke them last night when I fell off the runway. I mean the ironing board.
It's all right, boss. I know.
Well, Rochester, take the ironing board down and hide the balloons. I don't want anyone to know about my dancing. Now, let's see the mail. What's this one? Oh, it's from my violin teacher, Professor LeBlanc. Monsieur Benny, as you know, tomorrow I must give you a violin lesson. I will be there unless I catch pneumonia. Please excuse the writing, as it is dark here in the deep freeze. Open the next envelope, Rochester.
Yes, sir. Oh, here's a letter from Max Factor.
Max Factor? What does he say?
Dear Mr. Benny, this is the third letter we have sent you reminding you of your March payment is past due. Either pay it immediately or we'll snatch it off your head.
Let him snatch it. It's got moth holes all over it. Let's see. What's this? This is from the California Bank. It's another letter about that loan.
What are you going to do, boss?
I'm going to turn him down. Now, let's see. That's funny. Here's one from the barber shop on the corner. Dear Mr. Benny, we are writing to all of our customers who got shaved here last Saturday. Are you missing an ear? P.S. If not called for in 30 days, we will add it to our collection. Is there anything else, Rochester?
Just this circular. You won't be interested in it.
What is it?
Here.
Automobile prices reduced. Buy a new car now and save money. Liberal allowances on trade-ins. You know, Rochester, maybe I ought to try and...
I'll get it.
Oh, say, Rochester, no matter who it is, don't mention anything about the new dance I've been working on.
I won't.
Remember.
Coming!
Hello, Rochester.
Hello, Miss Livingston. Come on in.
Mr. Benny home?
Yeah, he's getting dressed. He'll be down in a minute.
Well, then I'll wait. And don't let me interrupt you, Rochester. Go ahead and finish your ironing.
Ironing?
Yes, you've got the ironing board up, haven't you?
Oh, I wasn't using that. You see, Mr. Benny was... Uh-oh.
Mr. Benny was what?
Well, he was getting ready to wallpaper the living room.
Well, back home I used to help my mother paper our house, and Mr. Benny is going at it the wrong way. It seems to me that...
Well, good morning, Mary.
Oh, good morning, Jack. Rochester told me what you were doing with the ironing board.
Oh, he did, eh? Rochester, I told you not to say anything about what...
But, Jack, you should be glad he told me I can show you a few tricks.
What do you know about her?
Oh, I used to do it with my mother.
What?
Oh, Mama was wonderful. She used to work with a brush in each hand.
A brush in each hand? Well, didn't your father object?
No, if she didn't do it, he'd have to.
Mary, dollface, what are you talking about?
Wallpapering the house.
Oh, wallpapering. Oh, of course. Good boy, Rochester. I'm going to do that later, Mary, but right now I'm trying to make a big decision.
What big decision?
Well, I just received this circular from an automobile company, and I've been thinking maybe I ought to trade in my car and buy a new one.
Well, it's about time. What are you going to get, a Chandler or an Essex?
Oh, don't be funny. I'm going to get a real... I'll take it. Hello?
Hello, Jackson. I'm calling from the country club. I thought maybe you'd come out and play some golf.
Well, I can't today. I'm going out and buy a new car.
Operator, you gave me the wrong number.
She did not. It's me. And I am going to buy a car.
Oh. What kind of a car are you going to get, Jackson?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking of getting a Cadillac.
Operator, why can't I get the right
I told you it's me.
Oh.
He asked me if I wanted to play golf, and I told you I couldn't.
Well, look, Jackson, I'm running a picture at my house tonight. Would you like to come over and see it?
Gee, I'd love to, but I can't. You see, last night I broke my glasses.
Oh, how'd you break them?
I fell off the runway.
Operator, I wish you'd give me the right... You got it!
Phil, it's me, Gypsy. I mean, Jackson. Phil, I'm sorry. Phil, I'm sorry I can't play golf with you. Why don't you call Remley?
I called Remley. He's right here now.
Oh, Frankie's with you, eh?
Yeah, he's sitting over there at the table drinking a glass of milk.
Operator! Somebody else is on. No, Jack. It's me. Oh. Well, what's this about Frankie drinking milk?
Doctor's orders. Drinking too much bourbon.
Oh.
That caused a shortage of calcium in his system.
Uh-huh.
So the doctor made him drink milk.
So Frankie could get more calcium?
Yeah, that'll make his teeth stronger.
Why does he want to strengthen his teeth?
So he can pull the corks out of the bourbon bottle.
What?
You can't gum them things, you know.
I know. Anyway, I'm proud of Frankie drinking milk. Let me talk to him, will you, Phil?
Okay. Hey, Frankie. He can't hear a thing since he got a shave last Saturday.
Phil, do you mean that...
So long, Gypsy. We got 8 holes to play.
All right, goodbye, Phil. I generally play 18 holes, but I guess Phil isn't as strong as I am. Mary, Phil wanted me to play golf with him, but I'm going out and look at some of those new cars. You want to go with me?
Oh, sure, Jack. But while you were on the phone, Don Wilson and the sportsman came in. They're waiting for you in the library.
Oh. Hello, Don.
Hello, Jack.
Hiya, fellas. Well, Don, I know what you're here for, but make it quick, will you? Mary and I have to leave in a few minutes.
Okay. Now, Jack, we've got a wonderful arrangement of Mendelssohn's Spring Song. And as a surprise, we put in a special violin part for you.
Oh, Don, really, you shouldn't have done that.
Well, we can take it out.
Oh, no, I've got the violin right here, under my chin. I mean, just give me the music.
Here you are.
Okay, now, all right, now just a second while I tune up here. Just 1 second, Don, I get him. Now, let's see, Mendelssohn's Spring Song. Oh, yes, I started, don't I?
Yeah, Jack.
All right, here we go, fellas. Mendelssohn's Spring Song.
Tobacco best are happy to consume.
curtsying. The boys have gone.
Oh. Well, come on, Mary. Let's go downtown and look for a new car. Rochester, we're ready to go. Rochester, the traffic's pretty heavy. Take it easy, will you?
Jack, what kind of a car are you going to get?
I'm not sure, Mary. You know, all the new models look so nice, and they have so many novel features. Like the Nash, for instance. I mean, the way the seats make up into twin beds. You know, maybe that's what I'll get. What are you laughing at?
You'll have the only car in the country that takes in boarders.
I wasn't thinking of that, Mary. I just thought that maybe...
Say, boss, how long have we been driving?
Exactly 14 minutes. You better start looking for a service station.
Yeah, no time to lose.
Jack, why do you have to hurry for a service station?
Well, you see, Mary, every time the car drives for 15 minutes, the water in the radiator boils over, and then it takes...
There goes old faithful!
Stop the car, Rochester. Well, I guess we'll just have to sit here for a few minutes until it cools off. That's about all.
Say, Emily, isn't that Jack Benny over there?
Where?
Over there in that Stanley steamer.
That isn't a Stanley steamer. It's a Maxwell that blew its top.
Then it is my dream man. Steady, girl, steady.
You really have a crush on him, haven't you?
Yes, and you know, Emily, I've got a confession to make. Last February, I sent Mr. Benny a Valentine card.
Did he get it?
He must have. I put it in my laundry bundle.
Oh, does he do your laundry?
Yes. When I think of him ironing my petticoats with his own little hands, I break out in goose pimples.
How romantic. What did you say on your Valentine card?
It was a beautiful poem. I wrote it myself. It went, Dear Jack, when I think of you this Valentine's Day, I can throw my vitamin pills away.
Well, I'll bet he didn't answer it.
He did, too. He said, Your lovely poem made me shake and shiver, and starting May 1st, we pick up and deliver.
Martha, open your eyes. I think they're going to drive off.
Rochester, the car should be cool enough now. Let's go.
Jack, the street we're coming to is Figueroa. That's Automobile Row.
Yeah. Turn right here, Rochester.
Yes, sir.
Gosh, look at all the automobile dealers on this street. Honest John, the Smiling Irishman, Madman Muntz, Psychiatric Sam, Wild Man Pritchard. Ah, here's the place we want. Just Plain Bill. Stop in front of this place, Rochester. Now, Rod, you can park down the street a little ways and wait for us. Come on, Mary.
Okay. Gosh, Jack, they certainly have some beautiful cars on display here.
Yes, I hope this doesn't take too long. I wouldn't want Rochester to get a ticket. He can't afford it. And besides, I have to...
Oh, here comes the salesman.
Where? Oh, yes. Oh, mister...
how do you do?
How do you do? I'm thinking of buying a new car.
Oh, good, good. Were you thinking of any particular type?
Well...
Would you like a hydromatic?
A hydromatic?
Yes, that car comes without a clutch.
Look, brother, when I pay for a new car, I want a clutch and everything. Say, this car here looks pretty good.
Yes, Jack, it's really a sporty-looking number.
Get inside and see how roomy it is.
Okay. It sure is comfortable. And say, what are these buttons?
Oh, yes, those are for the windows. I'll show you how they work.
Gee.
Well, didn't you know the new cars had automatic window lifts?
He didn't even know they had windows.
Mary, please. What other new features do they have?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. This is the only car in the market that comes equipped with a Dynaflex superflowing unijet turbovasculator, which is synchромeshed with a multi-coil hydrotension dual-vacuum dynamometer.
Gosh. What does that do for the car?
It empties the ashtray.
Well, that's quite a feature. Mary, do you think I ought to get this car?
Well, certainly. I wouldn't think of having a car that's not equipped with a Dynaflex superflowing unijet turbovascular, which is synchro-meshed with a multi-coil hydrotension dual vacuum dynamometer.
Mary, you've mispronounced the word whip. Gee, the more I see of this car, the more I like it. But tell me, Mr.
Call me Plain Bill.
Well, look, Plain Bill. What are all these other buttons for?
Well, they're for the heater, the radio, the lights, and the top.
Uh-huh. But what's this red button for?
Oh, that red button is for emergencies.
Emergencies?
Yes, like if you stall the car on the railroad tracks and the train is coming at 100 miles an hour, you press the red button.
And that gets the car off the track?
No, it makes a reservation for you at Forest Lawn.
You know, Jack, this is one of the prettiest convertibles I've ever seen. Why don't you take it?
I think I will, Mary. Tell me, Plain Bill, what's the price of this car?
$4,200.
Say, mister, do the windshield wipers on this car squirt water when you press the button?
Yes.
Well, squirt some on him. He fainted.
I didn't faint, Mary. Just that $4,200 is a lot of money.
But don't forget, we do make liberal allowances on trade-in.
Well, my car's right outside. Suppose you come along with us and appraise it.
Yes, well, I'd be very glad to.
Right this way.
Now, which one of these cars is yours?
Oh, it's parked down the street a little ways. There it is, right there.
You mean that blue Kaiser?
No, it's behind the Kaiser.
Oh, the gray DeSoto.
No, my car's between the Kaiser and the DeSoto. Here it is. Well, I'll admit it doesn't look like much right now, but a little paint and polish and she'll be as good as new.
What did you get, boss? A convertible or a sedan?
Nothing yet. This gentleman is going to appraise ours.
Tell me, has this car been in an accident?
No.
Well, then how come it bulges so much in the rear?
Middle-aged spread.
Don't be silly. That's the way this car was built. And it has a lot of advantages that the new cars haven't got.
Yeah, if you like tea, it boils water every 15 minutes.
Oh, stop. This man is a good judge of cars. Now, Plain Bill, get in and I'll show you how it runs. Come on, Mary. Start the car, Rochester.
Yes.
The motor needs a little... Plain Bill, where are you going?
To get a whip and a chair. This thing is dangerous.
No, it'll be all right. Try it again, Rochester. See? I told you it'd be okay.
Do you want me to drive around the block, boss?
Just a second. If I am going to appraise this car, I had better drive.
No, I'll drive. You shovel the coal.
You better let him drive, Bill. He's more used to it.
Well, it's irregular, but okay.
See, I told you, it rides very smoothly, doesn't it?
Not bad.
Now, how much of a trade-in do you think you can give me on it?
Well, now, let me see. little rubber on the tires. The body needs a paint job. The upholstery isn't too bad. The motor runs. Look, would the deal include the car's radio?
Yes. Now, how much will you allow me on the car, including the radio?
$3.
$3?
You better grab it fast, Jack. The ride's made him dizzy.
I will not. I wouldn't think of trading in this car for $3. It's perfect mechanically. They don't make cars like this today. Everything built to last for years and gives you excellent service. And all the way...
Plain Bill.
Yes?
Lemon or cream?
Lemon in mine, Mary. Now, Bill, all kidding aside, how much will you allow me on my car?
$3.
But this car...
There is no use arguing. This thing is without a doubt the oldest, worst, most beat-up piece of junk I have ever seen.
What? That's settled. Then, Rochester, stop the car. Plain Bill, I'll thank you to get out. Rochester, open the door.
That won't be necessary. It fell off.
Well, goodbye to you, sir.
Goodbye.
Rochester, drive on.
Yes, sir.
This car's good enough. I can keep it for quite a while yet.
You know, boss, you're not going to get a new car. Why don't you have this one fixed up? Put some of those modern things on it.
Like what?
Like the Dynaflex Superflowing Unijet Turbo Vasculator, which is simply meshed with the multi-coil hydrotension dual vacuum dynamometer.
No, then I'd have to go out and buy an ashtray. Step on it, Rochester. I want to go home.
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first... Feeling low.
Feeling tense. These 8 words are common sense. Mocha lucky to be a level 10. Mocha lucky to be a level 10.
Yes, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level to feel and do your level best. It's important to know that fine tobacco can do this for you. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes, LSMFT, LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. It's not surprising that more independent tobacco experts, auctioneers, buyers, and warehousemen smoke Lucky Strike regularly than the next 2 leading brands combined. So when you choose your cigarette, remember, Lucky's fine tobacco picks you up when you're low, calms you down when you're tense, puts you on the right level, the Lucky level, where you feel your best and do your best. Yes, the next time you buy cigarettes, ask for a carton of Lucky Strike.
Mocha lucky to be a level 10. Mocha lucky to be a level 10.
Jack, you going to stop off at any other car dealers?
No, Mary. I made up my mind. I'm going home. This car will just have to do until I get up.
Jack, what happened? Your hair is gone.
It's my fault, Miss Livingston. I never should have driven by match factors.
All right. Let them keep it.
Be sure to hear Dennis Day in a Day in the life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned for the Amos Manley Show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.